Hello and welcome to the Lyrical Analysis Podcast. My name is Amo Panasar and I'm joined by the Metal Elder, aka my father, Sat Panasar.
Hello.
And Mr. Sensitive, aka Dimitri Jansen.
Season 2.
Now listeners, I'm sure you're thinking, what the hell is this Lyrical Analysis Podcast malarkey? Well, let me tell you. I felt for the longest time that there's an epidemic in music where if the beat of a song is good, people completely forget about the words they're actually listening to. And I'm no saint, I'm very much guilty of this from time to time myself, so I thought it would be a good idea to go through and analyse the lyrics of some of the world's most popular artists and try and decipher exactly what message they're conveying. We'll be giving our honest opinions and you may agree or disagree with us, but that's all part of the fun. The artist we'll be covering this week is Ed Sheeran, everyone. So, first mainstream artist in quite some time. But I'm going to start off by saying that, and this is going to sound like a proper hipster douchebag thing to say, but I liked Ed Sheeran before he made it big and before he was famous because I was an OG subscriber of SBTV from back in the day. Okay. So I've seen all the videos of him doing, him in the studio with JME. I've seen all the videos of him with Devlin doing a little freestyle. What was the other one? The Nando's freestyle with Example. The back of a Nando's about Nando's black card. Yes. I've seen it all, man. So I've seen him sort of the origins of Ed and just followed him to where he is now. And it's quite a fascinating journey. And to think that he started out deep roots into the grime scene to where he is now. He has ballooned into this cultural phenomenon.
But has he stopped being underground because he's mainstream? I feel like he's still with those artists in terms of like when we're not watching him, he's still like having sessions.
But he's still chilling with like Big Nasty and whatnot on the Gogglebox
Big
and whatnot.
Nasty,
That's true, Big Nasty is great. But yeah, so I think this is going to be quite interesting because I think I used to like Ed a lot back in the day, and as time has gone on, I've kind of just sort of not forgot about him, but just he's been less impactful on my life because I've just found other things. So it's been quite refreshing to go back and see his old stuff, which I really liked, and then see some of the new stuff that I haven't yet discovered. And it's been, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good stuff. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good stuff. So
Emma, when did you discover him? What sort of year?
About 8 years ago, 9 years ago.
Mine was college time, so I would have been about college, uni time, so end of college, beginning of uni.
Yeah.
And it was weird because I liked his music a lot. I felt it spoke to me, but then I'd have kids like I'd be working with or just watching over, and they'd be singing his lyrics as well. I'm just like, does this have the same meaning to you, sort of thing?
Yeah.
Like even his first song that was released, it's kind of like, this has mature themes. You kids alright? Okay. It just sounds nice. He's got that voice, you know?
We'll get into the lyrics in a bit, but Dad, when did you discover Ed Sheeran, or was it recently, or was it back in the day?
I think it was through my DJing, really. What was the first one? I think when the kids started asking for his songs. So I think Sing is the one I like because it's about 4 minutes long and I can chill out for a bit. 4 minutes. It's got a reasonable beat, and then I think Shape of You was huge, absolutely huge.
Yeah.
I'd put that on and the dance floor would go crazy, big scream from the kids, so that was always a crowd pleaser for however long it lasted. So it lasted for a few months in terms of popularity before something else took over. So yeah, that's the only time. He's not somebody I would listen to by choice.
Yeah.
So it's really been through forced DJ playing, really.
Okay, so you don't know that before I've said it that Ed Sheeran's roots were in grime, and he's collaborated with pretty much the entire grime scene at this point.
It's not just grime though. He dips into all sorts of music.
But back in the day, the origin was very much deep-rooted.
Even reggae back in the day, dude. Like you would hear him like in the studio just bring those elements. I'm just like, okay, so he's got this. He loves his rap. He's on it with the rap. So again, grime artist, he's got that. But yeah, man.
He's versatile, for sure. Right.
In my preparation, I saw a couple of videos. What was that?
SBTV.
Where he's in a studio and he's just
doing his thing. Yeah.
I was quite impressed with his rapping, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, to be able to rap for those amount of verses and get it done in one take. Pretty impressive.
It is really impressive. And speaking of that impressive lyricism, let's get straight into the lyrics themselves. So, what I've done is I've taken 3 songs from each of his albums. There's going to be no features, so no songs where he's working with another artist, because I think I just want to analyse him alone. So I want to do all of his songs that he's a solo artist on, and then we can just get to the depths of him, because we've tried to do featured songs before on the podcast, and it's always
we have to pause and say, actually, this wasn't that
exactly. So I'd rather just go for an episode where we've got just every lyric is by that singular person.
No, I respect that. before we get into that, and I'm gonna sound like an absolute idiot,
Go on.
has he ever done a song with Justin Timberlake?
Not to my knowledge.
I feel like those two would just do something good. I think it was a point when they both did a song and it had the same vibe to me. I think it was Justin Timberlake's "It's Like You're My Mirror."
Okay.
And then I don't know, he had another song that I was just feeling as well. I'm just like, they must have worked together at some point because he's bringing those JT
Potentially,
vibes to
I'm not so sure.
No, it is featured in one of his songs. Is heavily influenced by Justin
Oh,
Timberlake.
there you go.
That's it.
All will
That's
be
your-
revealed.
That's your
very
analysing
shortly.
subconscious brain there, Dimitri. Anyway, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So, 3 songs off each of his albums, pretty much. And we're starting with Plus. So, and we're going with the A-Team, which I think, and I've said this as my opening sort of statement about this song, is a very stealthily dark song.
Absolutely.
So very upbeat for the subject matter that it's about. So
upbeat.
no, but the rhythm's upbeat. It's like Linkin Park.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Upbeat in tempo.
It's not like a dance tune.
No, but it's relatively up in tempo.
Yes.
It's the same
You
element.
wouldn't be
as like-
raising your glass and.
No, but it's like it's very much Linkin Parky metal vibes where the tempo doesn't suit the subject matter. It was way more upbeat for something like this. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So let's read the first verse. White lips, pale face, breathing in snowflakes, burnt lungs, sour taste, lights gone, days end, struggling to pay the rent, long night, strange men. So white lips, is this meth mouth?
yeah.
Oh.
So obviously you see a lot of crack addicts. They've always got the pale lips around.
Oh, is that right? Right.
So I thought that was a very strong start. And then breathing in snowflakes, so that's smoking the crack. And then,
right.
Yeah.
so obviously I've gone,
Okay.
and then long night, strange men. I've put here, as I know my first analysis is confirmed as we go along in the song, but I put here prostitute question mark.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely.
Yes, that's very evident from the
Yeah.
video as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my analysis from the first verse, and I thought it was just a very, because I've listened to the song when I was younger, and I never realised what the subject matter was about, and I saw like
Really?
not at all, because I think back then, like I said, this is why I've done the podcast, which is because I am guilty of this from time to time, particularly when I was younger. I never really looked into lyrics in that much depth, and I just thought this sounds great.
Yeah.
But looking into it, fuck me, man, there's some dark ass shit, especially as we go along in the song. There is some dark subject matter.
I mean, even the title, the A-Team. I mean, it could be, the
I played the fool.
I have still
Baracus,
I've still not worked out why it's called the A-Team.
Class A?
it's Class A drugs.
Fuck.
Heroin, yeah.
But no, it's interesting that you say it was upbeat for you, but I remember this song being very melancholic.
Really?
Like, I would just listen, I'd be walking home from uni, like, it's England, so it's always dark. I just play this song, and it would just match the mood. I'm just like, yeah.
I think it's just the way his sort of acoustic guitar plays. It's just a nice tempo.
Oh,
it's very
yeah.
melodic. Maybe not upbeat, but then it's just more melodic
The melody does
than what
contrast
this
a bit.
song is saying to me. So any more analysis on that? Have I covered all bases there?
Well, do you know how he actually wrote it? What gave him the idea?
Go on.
Didn't he used to be homeless at one point or something?
Oh, no, I don't think. I know he slept on a lot of settees.
Oh, yeah.
But
I know
I'm
he
not
slept
sure
in a
he's been
subway.
homeless.
He slept in a subway playing Pokemon Yellow. I'm so sure about that.
Of course
and
you
this,
know
and this
that.
is why I'm
building
really
Lego or something.
Hang on, don't be a spoiler. Lego's coming up. But go on.
So when he was
Bullshit.
18, he did a gig at a homeless shelter, and he heard some pretty sort of like gut-wrenching stories of
Yes, you
people
do.
on the street taking drugs, and there was a girl called Angel. She didn't quite have that story, but I think he used the name and sort of put this story against her name. So that's where he did this gig, heard all these stories, went back to his flat, and came up with this song. So that was the concept.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, and gestation of it.
Anything else, Dimitri, or should we go on to verse 2?
Nah, go on to verse 2.
Okay, and they say she's in the Class A team. She's stuck in her daydream, been this way since 18, but lately her face seems slowly sinking, wasting, crumbling like pastries, and they scream the worst things in life come to free her. So obviously, Class A team, Class A drugs.
Yeah.
And stuck in her daydream, so she's stuck being high, and
Or it's just...
that's what I viewed from
Well,
that.
it's a vicious circle because she's got to be a prostitute to get some money, and then she uses the money to get some drugs, and then gets wasted, and then because she's hooked and addicted, then she has to go back to prostitution to get the money. And
Isn't that coming up on the next verse? Dad?
Absolutely, but even
Have
if
you skipped
don't
ahead?
know-
True,
Possibly. But that's her daydream, and it's also her nightmare.
I thought that was
That is a good
just
shout.
her getting high, because that what you've said there, I think it's reflected more in
Of
the
her
next
mental
verse.
state. But no, you do have a good point about that. It is a vicious cycle. But I think even if you withdraw it from the drugs, the fact that her life is so shit, it doesn't feel real. It does feel like a constant daydream that she may use drugs to escape, but it can't be like this. Life isn't like this for people. But clearly for her it is.
But yeah, it's a very strong start. When I was reading this, I was like, God damn. Third verse, because she's just under the upper hand and goes mad for a couple grams, and she don't want to go outside tonight because in a pipe she'll fly to the motherland and sell love to another man. It's too cold outside. Angels to fly.
In a pipe? She'll fly in a pipe?
Yeah, crack pipe.
Oh, is that a crack
It's
pipe?
not even crack pipe. Motherland, you'd go back to like Africa or even the Caribbean, just smoking weed sort of thing.
Oh, I thought just she'd smoke crack then to escape, because I've got here that the crack pipe will help her escape the life she's in to go into the daydream.
Yeah,
that's what I viewed from that.
Yeah, but what would the motherland be in that regard? 'Cause
I have no
feel
idea.
like he's put that there.
Depends who Angel is.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. Could be anywhere, but she could.
What was your view on that?
Could be Halifax or something.
Usually when someone's smoking and they're going back to the motherland, we'd always go back to the original motherland, which would be Africa of the sort. So obviously like weed and shit, you can get like, it's a good variety there.
Yeah.
Plus even places like Pakistan, you can get, the weed is prolific around there.
Is it?
Yeah, man. Like,
I'm not up to date.
my friends keep on telling me, either come to my wedding or regardless, come down there, we got you sorted. I'm just like, but I don't smoke weed like that. It's just like, doesn't matter, it grows on the side of the road. I'm like, I don't believe you like that. But
Pakistan leveling up, man.
I'd be on it just for that.
Alright, so yeah, because she's just under the upper hand and goes mad for a couple grams. So I've got here that she's just got some money in and then spends it on coke.
Yes.
So that's the cycle.
Yeah.
And sell love to another man. I've put here prostitution confirmed. So that's when I realised during my analysis, because Ryan's got this criticism of me when I analyse lyrics that I only I'm in the moment so much that I just look at a line and take the line for what it is. But I'm trying to just link things
Try
back.
and get
Because I made the mistakes in the past 10 episodes of just going line.
And then we say, well, actually, if you look at it in the context of...
So yeah, now I'm looking back at things. So yeah, that was pretty much that for me. Anything else?
Yeah, I think that line, it's too cold outside, for angels to fly, or angels to fly.
Yeah.
That's about her not being able to escape the prison she's formed for herself, somebody wrote. But has she formed it for herself, or have circumstances just ran away from her?
Yeah, exactly.
And it wasn't of her own choice.
It's her means of survival. We can't really judge her for that, and a lot of the time when people see homeless people, they already have like a mentality of, oh, it's their fault sort of thing. And
But we don't know the full story, so we don't really know.
No.
I mean, the sad thing in all these kind of stories is, where are these... I mean, they're only children, really, aren't they? I mean, they're quite young. Where are their parents or families or, what's happened?
Where's the support for these people? The fact that we're, a Western country, not in a wartime situation, and we've got food banks and homelessness still in 2020.
I know, it's crazy.
I know you're going to say this, but and we spend $700 million a year subsidising the meat industry. Things like that.
We're talking about this girl's crack addiction.
Hey, I wasn't even going to mention the word.
No, but that's just an example of wasted expenditure, on on weapons, on military shit. I know that's somewhat important, especially now with World War III potentially looming around the corner. But
I mean, we've been saying that for a minute now.
True, but then these sort of things, subsidising bullshit things like fossil fuels in the meat industry, when we could be spending it on getting rid of homelessness in this country.
And chief execs paying themselves. What was it? Within the first 3 days of the new year, the chief execs had earned more than, or as much as the average person earns
in a year.
That's pretty sweet. In less than the first 3 days of the new year.
That's mad.
Yeah, having a good 2020.
Yeah.
I think the rest of the song, there's not a huge amount to analyse, but unless you want to...
The song as a whole, it's very literal, but it gives you the sense of... I don't know, the metaphors are quite clear as well. So when it comes to the literal, hey, she's a prostitute, if you go to call girl, no fun, and he's just bouncing around with, it's like, yes, we know her state, but then we'll go into, yes, the A-team, sunken face, the drugs are having an effect on her physical body, we compare it to pastries and stuff.
Yeah, speaking of like metaphors, Ed Sheeran's metaphors throughout his songs are very unique, I think. Like crumbling pastries in this one's my favourite. Like, very good, like it's relatable, but also the imagery is very, very clear and related to what he's saying. I really like it. I think he's very unique in that sense. He's got some hard-hitting stuff.
Yeah.
Because the country loves Greggs, don't they?
Hey, go on.
I used to love
vegan steak, baby. I mean, I'm vegan now, so I can't say shit.
There's a vegan chicken one now. Vegan chicken one coming out soon.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to continue.
4 now.
Oh, we'll see.
4 now,
The game
So far, so good.
Yeah. So far, my arms haven't shrunk, so it's fine.
But I think the one thing Ed Sheeran didn't expect was a lot of parents whose daughters in particular have suffered from this kind of vicious cycle wrote into him saying
drug abuse or prostitution.
Well, probably both. I think the two go hand in hand quite often, don't they? Not that I know
potentially.
About it.
There might be some tenuous link, but anyway.
Yeah,
but a lot of parents thanked him for articulating what they were feeling or going through.
And again, this song has given us sort of like a perspective, not his personal perspective, but thank you for saying that he did some research. It's given us a perspective of the homeless, which we don't usually get because not everyone goes out to seek it.
Yeah, and no one hears about the stories of like complete utter desperation, I guess, on a regular basis. 'Cause this is going on every day, which is the shocking thing.
Because I mean, we can't imagine sitting on a cold pavement in January with an empty cup, hoping people will chuck something in.
Yeah, no, thank you. That's not a good state of living for anyone.
Moving on.
All right.
So,
what are we looking at? Yeah.
I was going to go. The next line I've got is call girl, no phone, and I'd said that as prostitution triple confirmed, so I knew at that point.
Yeah, triple confirmed.
And then I know, my weird note taking.
It feels like a
Long Night Strange Men kind of gave it away, I think, right at the beginning.
But then this time now will fade out tonight, so I'm going to read this. Now an angel will die, covered in white, closed eyes and hoping for a better life. This time now will fade out tonight, straight down the line. So this time now will fade out tonight. Is that her passing out from the drugs? I'm taking it, or is that something else?
It could be her passing on.
Could well be.
Either
dying or...
Well,
the fact that at the beginning of the stanza he's talking about an angel will die tonight, that's very contradictory in an antagonistic statement. So.
Well, again, the last line of the entire song is angels to die, which is, I guess, the finite ending that it was going to. So, and that's kind of it on that one. So I'm thinking, do you want to move on?
Yeah. Right. That's nothing more to really...
So, next song, Lego House. So... There's a very good version of this song featuring P Money, so if you haven't heard that, go YouTube that first of all.
Why P Money?
Good eyes, man. So, but this is the time that... Sorry, excuse me. It's a really good song for P Money because he is very open about his past in the song, and it's in a way that I've not... Prior to that song, I'd not seen P Money do in his bars and freestyles on Logan Sama or Westwood or whatever. Or in his own music. It was very, very new to me seeing this side of an artist that I'd grown up to adore in... watching him on live sets and whatnot. So that was cool. So go check that out. Speaking of Lego though, I told Dad this earlier. I don't know if you know this story of like, so I think Ed Sheeran's handled fame probably better than most people, relatively speaking, from what we can see.
Well, some of the songs...
we'll come on to it.
Yeah.
But I think relatively speaking, he's done quite well. Apart from this one story when he was on Graham Norton, and so he was basically living his childhood now because he didn't get the stuff back in there. So he basically would go past the Lego store, see the Death Star and be like, I'm getting it.
Even as a kid, I couldn't do that. It just looked like so much effort.
Lego connects with a shit, especially connects. And you can't build a monster with it. You've got the triggers built in and shit.
Yeah, but the 20,000 piece Death Star, I'm just like, no.
I don't know, like Star Wars fandom, even back then. Like, I played Battlefront 2 now, and I bought it after being out for 2.5 years.
Everyone's going on about that.
Just so... I think there's no other shooter that could be as satisfying because it's Star Wars.
So it's EA, bro.
Oh no, but it's $12.99 and they've made it non-pay to win after 2 years.
Yeah, so, but you're giving EA the money, they're evil.
Hey, I bought Fallen Order, so what do you want from me, man? Either way, I'm giving EA the sweet, sweet dollar, but I'm not going to get denied. But I boycotted. I was the reason that all my friends didn't buy Star Wars Battlefront 2 when it came out.
You were the reason.
I promise you, I said, we're boycotting this game. It's pay to win from the get-go. We're not doing it. And 2.5 years later, they fixed the game. It was on sale for 12 quid. I'm like, right, now is the time, boys. We've denied ourselves multiplayer goodness for so long. And now I've got it, and it's a fucking great game. I'm happy with life choices. My life choices are fine. Anyway, so what Ed Sheeran did was he had this Lego obsession. He went to the entertainer or to get his goddaughter a present, and then he got her a Ninja Turtle, and then saw the Ninja Turtle truck, and he bought that for himself. Mm-hmm. And he took a Lego Pirates of the Caribbean pirate ship on a date. On the date, made the ship, and then fucked off. And that was the end of the date.
Wait, so let's say this date is in a restaurant. He took it to the restaurant. He put it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
so,
left.
Yeah, you're gonna get the chicken wings and stuff. Okay, I'm done now.
Yeah. That's what he conveyed.
Gee.
That's what he conveyed on Graham Norton. I thought that was a bit cunty, and that's the first sign of seeing maybe fame's got a bit too much for Ed Sheeran. But
so how big was the table? You know, at the restaurant.
I'm guessing like this is probably this size. It's gonna be a long one for the pirate ship.
Can have a table for 12. Yeah, it's just gonna be the two of us.
I reckon the pirate ship would have been that big.
When did that date happen then?
Look, I don't know if he's been pressed further on this, but if I ever interview Ed Sheeran,
we need to interview the girl, man.
Oh yeah, the girl.
Or the guy, because I remember early on people like, so what's happening with you, man? What's your preference? And he's just like, no comment. But I think.
Well, he said on Graham Norton that the girl watching this.
Later it was a girl. Yeah, it was
so what was he building exactly?
A Pirates of the Caribbean, probably the Black. What's it called?
The Black Pearl.
Black Pearl.
Yeah. Probably that, I'm guessing.
Maybe he got into Johnny Depp character and sort of said, oh, my compass is pointing exit.
Oh, no. And then walked off.
I just feel he was probably introverted on that day. So like, yeah, on a date.
I don't know. Anyway.
He's cool.
Lego house then. Verse number 1. So I'm going to pick up the pieces and build a Lego house. If things go wrong, we can knock it down. My 3 words have 2 meanings. There's one thing on my mind. It's all for you. So I'm going to pick up the pieces. I'm guessing trying to rebuild a relationship that's gone through some sort of turmoil. That's what I'm seeing from there.
Pick up the pieces and build a Lego house. So there was a house there.
But the Lego means it's still a bit fragile. That's what I'm saying.
Or there was a house.
Or if you step on it, it's really going to hurt your feet.
There was an earthquake. I don't know. It's, yeah.
I see that's a metaphor for life, to be fair. Just the Lego house as a whole, building something worthwhile.
But then it's got very personal lyrics as you go on, like, but I've got you to keep me warm. So I think it's definitely about a person.
Yeah.
So I think it is a relationship that's gone a bit fucked, and then he's trying to rebuild that. And then if we can't fix it, then we'll just knock it down and break up.
And
that's a bit defeatist right from the get-go. Why not build a solid house and commit yourself?
Because relationships aren't like that. Because sometimes
I'm saying he almost seems to have given up without starting.
I don't think so. I think he's being pragmatic.
That's the beauty of Lego. That is the beauty of Lego. You can break it, you can build anything with it. Fucking pirate ship that shit. Come on.
I'll build a new girlfriend.
You actually can. I guarantee, look on YouTube, there's someone who's built a whole person.
I guarantee when AI comes out, someone's going to make one out of a Lego. Like
a Lego Sheeran, Lego Batman.
A Lego sex bot, like AI.
No, because the second you get on top, you are dying.
No. I bet there's some weird masochistic fetish guy out there who'd be down for that.
Finger me with your Lego. No.
Trust me, there's some weird people.
Sharp corners, you know.
A Lego.
It's just the.
I guess there are quite right people. Anyway.
No, you wouldn't find all the pieces. You would lose something.
The key piece.
You lose it in disassembly.
Yeah.
Right.
Here's one thing. My 3 words have 2 meanings. Is that I love you?
I love you.
Ah, that's pretty good.
Or I kinda love you.
That's not 3 words, though.
That's 3, isn't it? I'm just thinking of an ambiguous one. I like you.
Are you paying? 3 words, bro. Okay, if it's I love you, it could be I love you. Or I love.
Yeah. With a silent gesture in between saying,
yeah. Or I love you.
Could be I met.
No, it doesn't work like that. Come on.
Anyway, so I think if he's saying that like if it goes wrong, we can break up essentially, and that'll be that. But
I think that's quite kind of healthy going into a relationship. You're not putting too much pressure on it. You're saying we could build something amazing.
No, it's not. No, you can't go into a relationship. I'm agreeing with that at that point. You can't go into a relationship at the start. If you've done something that's like if you've had some issues, and you break up and then you try and like Get together again. This is where I think he's at.
If
You can't go into a fresh relationship and be like, oh, the fuck's it, it's
If
fine.
that's what we're assuming, he's going in like, okay, we can build. I'm assuming, hey, I got some Legos. Let's build the world together.
I mean, this is a Sheeran movie.
No pressure. No pressure.
This is kind of like prenup
Lego.
contract, just in case.
I thought you were saying like fresh into the relationship in the honeymoon period. You're like, well, we could break up, so I better just place that seed in my mind.
Fuck that. It's like, hey, you're hot. We can be amazing, but whatever is need to be amazing.
Okay, anyway, next verse. And it's dark and cold in December, but I've got you to keep me warm. And if you're broken, I'll mend you, and and keep you sheltered from the storm that's raging on there. I think that's really sweet, especially the line, and if you're broken, I'll mend you. I've not heard that, and I think that's quite nice. I'll be honest.
I mean, the whole song.
It's so fucking unhealthy.
And it's unhealthy, but it's in the situation they're in. I think that's quite sweet.
Okay.
I mean, he's really hedging his bets, isn't he? He's covering all bases.
He's confused, but you've got to.
This is no. This is young Ed Sheeran. Keep it in mind, we heard this when we were in college. And if I heard this and read the lyrics, I'm like, he's so healthy, he's so good for her. But it's like, no, you don't go into a relationship. I will fix you. I will fix everything wrong with you.
You know what he's done? You know what he's done?
You know what? That is a good point.
You're mature. It's like, hey, I got issues, but let me sort yours out first.
You know what? Yeah, it's like the fixer-upper thing. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I am wrong on that. Cool.
I thought this is a bit like Ben Stiller in Along Came Polly.
Okay, that was
he's doing his risk assessment of the relationship.
Yeah.
And if this happens, I can fix it. If that happens, we'll tear the house down.
No,
that's what I think. But apparently the song, in my research, it's about a struggle to fix a relationship that's breaking down slowly.
That's what I fucking said.
Yeah.
And
he's got facts.
He's wanting to mend the partner to stop them getting hurt.
Oh, I see. Okay, right. So it's not an issue with the relationship. It's a distinct issue with her?
I think he's trying to protect the young lady. I think.
How? He's trying to like
I will surround you in Lego.
he's trying to rebuild the house, i.e. them.
Any relationship, it is a house you've built together.
That's what I'm saying.
So So
it can't be her. It's together. It is them.
No, she could be like
have a room in the house.
Breaking that shit.
True. Okay.
Have you ever built something with Lego and your mate's looking for a piece, so they take it from your house? It's like, no, fuck you, that's my piece. It's like,
my friends were not cunts, so no.
Could be like Jenga if we take this one out. Or this one.
No, if a girl does that, she's out. She's just out, man.
It's Jenga Lego. Okay.
Next verse, then I think.
Let's see if it unravels as we go on.
Go for it. keep sheltered from the storm.
I'm liking the Lego and Jenga references. Good shit.
Fix you.
Alright, I'm out of touch, I'm out of love, and I'll pick you up when you're getting down. And out of all these things I've done, I think I'll love you better now. I'm out of sight, I'm out of mind, I'll do it all for you in time. And out of all these things I've done, I think I'll love you better now. So, if he's not in love anymore, that's a tough rebuild, even for a Lego house, in my opinion.
It's hard. Whatever she's doing or whatever's happening in a relationship, it's making him fall out of love with her, and he shouldn't fight for it.
But it's and out of all these things
I love you better now.
Wait, go up, man. So, and out of all these
scrolling.
and out of all these things I've done, so what's he done? So it's not just her.
No relationship is perfect. No one person is at fault.
And why will he love her better for it? I love you better now after what he's done. So I'm intrigued with what Ed's done in this situation. Yeah. Ambiguity, eh?
It's a bit contradictory, but anyway.
I mean, ish. But I think it's very much on both of their parts, not just a singular person, like Dimitri said. Like, it's definitely issues with the whole house.
Yeah.
And they've got their own
Plan A, Plan B, Plan C.
You know what it is? You know when Lego comes with that instruction kit, step-by-step guide, they've lost that from the get-go. And this is where we're at right now.
There's a few pieces missing, and you're just like, right, I'm not going to yell, I'm not going to be mad, but have you seen and/or what did you do with this specific piece? And then it's just like, all right.
It's under the
No, it's fine. It's not. I've just clearly lost it. Although I've never touched or seen it in my life.
Alright, cool. Next verse. Okay. I'm going to paint you by numbers and colour you in. If things go right, we can frame it and put you on a wall. And it's so hard to say it, but I've been here before. Now I'll surrender up my heart and swap it for yours. I'm going to paint you by numbers. The fuck does that mean?
And frame it and put you on a wall?
Any idea?
The more dramatic you sound, the more sensitive you are.
Yeah. What does it mean? I've got no idea.
I don't know. Is he going to put it on his wall as a trophy or a memory? Hall of Fame? Archive?
I don't know.
number of things.
Sounds a bit creepy, that.
Change the melody, say it slower. I'm gonna paint you in.
No, I think, you know what, actually, the painting by numbers bit, that's weird. Colour you in is weird. But if things go right, we can frame it. That's like, if the relationship does work out, then they can have, fucking family pictures on the wall and stuff.
Paint me like one of your French girls, Jack. Sort of thing.
What?
Titanic reference, man.
Oh, God. I haven't seen that since year 9.
Is it paint me or draw me? No, paint me like one of your French girls, right?
Was that when she was like naked on the sofa?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll frame that shit. It's like, yeah.
Maybe there's some Titanic things going on here. But
He's got so many references.
but painting you by numbers, but I get the colour you in part because obviously that's maybe another analogy for fixing her or bringing the colour back to her if she's in a dark place. So I imagine when things go to a dark place, they go black and white for some reason. So
sounds a bit controlling. Is he controlling? I'm gonna paint you and I'm gonna mould you and
I can
shape
fix you in this
We are.
relationship. There's so much control over Lego. That's the whole thing. Control.
Ed ever watches this, I bet he's thinking, what the fuck are these guys on about? Why are they
If you
overthinking
like, guys, just
everything?
look on the back of it.
It is lyrical analysis.
I
We
know.
dig deep.
No, I know, this is good stuff.
Yeah.
So,
You know what?
and then, go on.
No, I was just gonna say, it's yeah. In each stanza here, keeping in mind it's in prose, but I can work it out. It's kind of like the metaphor jumps from one thing to another. It's a different sort of lexical theme with the words, and it's fine. It's just if it was a bit more consistent, other than the mention of Legos and relationships, it would be more like, okay, so he presented color as this, which was positive, but in the next verse, it's like, all right, so this is a number. Is this number positive, negative? It isn't a 1, it isn't a 2, it isn't double digits. What are you saying, Ed? And he's just like, I can fix you.
Alright, that's fine. And swap it for yours is what I've got here, saying that. Oh, yeah, and swap it for yours. So now I'll surrender up my heart and swap it for yours. I think that's a very unique way of giving each other your heart. So I thought I put very good line here. I know all the weird fucked up shit before, but taking that on its own, now I'll surrender up my heart and swap it for yours. Like the idea of swap, giving each other their hearts.
Oh,
That's fine.
I know what he's trying to do. He said, I'll take your heart and I'll fix it, and then I'll probably give it back to you.
When I break up with you, destroy the house.
He's desperate. He's already said, like, we can fix this, but mostly you started this, and I can fix you, and I'll fight for this love, so I'll give you mine, we'll swap hearts, but I don't know, it's just not. Ed, just give up on him, man. You literally give up on him. How old is Ed Sheeran now?
Oh, well, this is what? How many years ago?
Yeah, but he's only a few years around our age, isn't he? So I'm just thinking, Ed, you were young, you were fighting for this love, and everyone who listened to your music, especially our age range, felt that shit.
I'm sure there's been a number of romances.
Oh yeah.
In the meantime, as we'll see later on.
He's been. I was gonna say whoring around. He's been doing his bits.
Next bit. Don't hold me down. I think the braces are breaking and it's more than I can take. I said here, not looking good for the rebuild job. So
these braces, I don't know. I was imagining
braces.
Trouser braces.
Yeah. I thought that as well.
So don't hold me down. Don't hold me down. Because the braces are breaking.
Yeah. It's like, there's too much strain on them.
No, like support braces or something.
I thought there was too much strain on because the relationship was being too much of a strain on the brace and the brace broke.
See, I'm going back to the film of building actual house. I'm just thinking of the actual structure.
Oh, a brace. That makes way more fucking sense, to be fair.
Structural
fashion.
I was thinking teeth brace.
Braces.
Oh, you think braces.
Gosh.
Alright. And that's all I've got
like
for
a
that.
steel beam or something.
Alright, that's all I've got for that song.
Can you get steel beams in Lego?
No.
Do you get these support structures?
I want to say
instructions.
enthusiasts definitely have either built them or selling them or have found something.
Well, if you want to get me the Death Star, Dad, for £300, you can do.
£300?
I think so. Well, it's probably more. The Millennium Falcon's like close to £1,000, I think.
Oh yeah, standard.
That's like
Standard.
yay big. So
Yeah.
Anyway, next song. You Need Me, I Don't Need You.
Right, can we just go over the actual video itself? I know it doesn't relate to the lyrics, but the fact that the video was smart. It was just, Ed and then the other dude who was just signing the entire lyrics, and he was putting the style in it. He was dancing, the black background, the few lights here and there.
Yeah.
It was just very much, it worked. Everyone who heard it or saw it worked. And even Nicki Minaj tried to mimic it a few years later, or recently with another song of hers. But it was just so good. And the actual, the sign language person, linguist or whatnot.
Yeah, I think linguist.
The signist, he's Ed knew him, sort of thing. Like, he didn't just hire random guys. Like, he knows the dude is actually deaf, so he knows how to sign and shit. Like, it wasn't just a dance move, and it was just like, okay, there's that inclusivity.
Oh, is that what he was doing?
Yeah.
Speaking of signists, have you seen that it went viral recently of a girl who was doing the sign language at a metal gig, and she was doing it for the Lamb of God?
Oh, wow.
And she was really getting into it. She was like, "Rah!" And it was really, really cool. And there was like a group in front of her, which obviously all of deaf people. It was one of the most cool things I've ever seen. I never thought
brilliant.
Lamb of God, especially of all bands, with the way that they sing, could be represented in that with that demographic. But
Superb.
shows how much I don't know, because geez, it was really, really cool to see. Anyway,
so
song.
This video is quite different to the one he used in Lego with Rupert Grint, Ron Weasley, pretending to be Ed Sheeran.
No, I just remembered that video.
Yeah.
He was really creepy. He was stalkery in that. So I'm just thinking that relates back to the whole desperate shit in the lyrics.
Yes.
We're not saying Ed Sheeran's a weirdo.
No, but Rupert Grint.
We're saying
Rupert Grint.
Weasley.
Oh yeah, Rupert Grint was a bit weird.
He was pretending to be like Ed Sheeran, and when Ed saw him, it's like, who's that twat? It's like, no.
Oh yeah, that was a weird video. Anyway, first verse. So now I'm in town, break it down, thinking of making a new sound, playing a different show every night in front of a new crowd. That's you now, ciao, seems like life is great now. See me lose focus as I sing to you loud, and I can't know, I won't hush, I'll say the words that make you blush. I'm gonna sing this now. So I like this because I'll say the words that make you blush. It's a polite way of saying I'm sending for the whole music scene. And this is very much a grime move to make. I think Ed is sending for everyone as being hypocritical, claiming they're writing their own lyrics, mother trucker basically.
Yeah, we know Ed. You've literally seen him in the studio writing it down while you're getting your ghostwriters.
Yeah.
He's been on this shit.
Exactly.
There.
So I think that's
So is that quite commonplace then in the grime?
in grime. Yeah, you said
that they kind of other people write
more back in the day.
Are we talking ghostwriters in grime?
Oh, well,
I think that's what this song's all about. People taking credit for lyrics that they haven't written.
Ed Sheeran writes lyrics for a lot of people, so that could be one thing as well.
I was saying the more
you need me.
The grime culture of sending for people. So So for example, if you Wiley and Stormzy recently is a great example. But I showed you that recently.
Oh, sending, like they get into this little battle.
Minor beef. It's the same with the last one we're doing, Kendrick Lamar calling out the entire rap scene in terms of his lyrics. Like, his was a bit more violent from his culture in America and whatnot, but these guys, it's just like, Ed does it really polite, but also,
that's what I mean.
Come at me, bro.
It's like the Sidemen diss tracks back in the day.
Okay, size.
But that's a good point that you guys made of him. If he writes for the people which I didn't know about, so he's claiming shit off his back.
He's not at this point, but he'd written lyrics for I think Taylor Swift at one point as well.
Really?
Yeah.
But is he credited for it?
Yes. But no, just writing for people in general. Like, it is one of those.
I think here he's claiming that, like, I don't know, because if he's criticizing people that ghostwrite for him, I guess he's criticizing the ghostwriters more than the people who've been credited, I think, because if he's doing writing for other artists, then that'd be a bit hypocritical of him. So I think he's just criticizing the people who ghostwrite for other artists, but artists don't give them the credit that's due, I think. But anyway, let's move on, because I think there's more of this stuff as we go along. So right. Okay. See, I'm true. My songs are where my heart is. This is verse 2, by the way. Yeah. I'm like glue. I stick to other artists. I'm not you now. That would be disastrous. Let me sing and do my thing and move to greener pastures. See, I'm real. I'll do it all. It's all me. I'm not fake. Don't ever call me lazy. I won't stay put. Give me the chance to be free. Suffolk sadly seems to sort of suffocate me. So, see, I'm true. My songs are where my heart is. I'm like glue. I stick to the artist. First line, my songs where my heart is, you can tell. He pours himself into his songs. And then, I'm not you, that would be disastrous. I wrote here, ooh, because it's pretty tough.
Do we know if there's a specific artist?
That's the thing, I don't know. I think it's just going to, well, there probably is a few in mind when he's writing this, but we'll never know.
Because Ed's very self-made. We know that he's been like busking on the streets, getting that money, getting up his talent. He's proficient in a lot of musical styles and instruments, so you can't just say, Ed's just here with a clout. He's in a grime scene just making friends. He ain't got talent. No, it's like,
he's so talented.
This is Ed.
Also,
this is Ed.
Is Suffolk where he's from? I'm guessing, because I didn't look that up. But
I didn't jot it down though.
But I'm assuming that's where he's from, because
Halifax, I think.
Where's that?
North.
Oh.
Yorkshire.
Suffolk, sadly. Where's Suffolk? Is it south?
I think so, yeah.
Just checking.
This is bad,
so
isn't
educated.
Alright, we'll look at it later.
We've been in the Midlands too long here.
Anyway, so yeah, that's where he's from, his hometown. I can see a lot of people have that when they move away and they garner success by moving away. Like everyone has this, they get big jobs in London and then they can't really go back to the old lifestyle because that to them is a step backwards.
Yeah.
And being with old people who've not escaped that microcosm, they will, not drag you down, but just remind you of that space where you've moved on from that now.
Whether or not you love your hometown, you recognise when you've grown out of it, and you can't lie to yourself to say you haven't.
Exactly.
So,
then, not too much to talk about in the chorus, so I'm going to go to the very next verse after the "You need me, man, I don't need you" bit.
Sorry, just the "I'm not fake, don't ever call me lazy, I won't stay put, give me a chance to be free" sort of thing. Just like, I imagine if he is getting hate or people within his circle that don't want to see him shine or have criticised him sort of thing, like, I won't stay put, I'm just going to keep on going with or without.
Oh, we can't say he's lazy at all. I don't know if anyone's criticising him for being lazy, they are silly billies. But anyway, next verse is, I sing and write my own tune, and I write my own verso, don't need another wordsmith to take my tune cell. To make my tune sell. Call yourself a singer-writer, you're just bluffing, your name's on the credits and you didn't write nothing. I sing fast, I know that all my shit's cool, I will blast and I didn't go to Brit school. I came fast with the way I act right, I can't last if I'm smoking on a crack pipe. So this is where we get more details about, the issues that he's having with people.
Don't do drugs.
I don't do drugs. Don't need another wordsmith to make my tune sell. Call yourself a singer-writer, you're just bluffing. So, your name's on the credits, you didn't write nothing. So, first of all, standing for all musicians who have writers for their tracks, but in particular, ghostwriters in some cases. So that's what it's really, I think, getting down to, particularly. Then I've got, I know that all my shit's cool. Like, I've got here, is Ed cool? I was going to open that to a discussion. Then I was going to,
This song made him very cool.
Yeah. Now it's like just the Pokemon story alone, playing that in the tube, sleeping in the tube. I was like, that's he's cool as fuck. So
the Lego day, I feel like I want to do something similar to
why do you want to do that? It was such a dickhead move.
No, not even Lego. I'm going to bring a Rubik's Cube. I can't do Rubik's Cube to save my life. So maybe I'll just stay to the end of the day.
What if the girl can do it?
If she can do it, then she's babe. That's it. But if I bring a Rubik's Cube and I'm just not paying attention, like, alright, I finally got it done. I must have been there for hours, and for her to put up with that, I'm just like, well done.
Look, don't do that. Don't be one of those guys.
No. I'll have to do it to someone I really, really hate, but I can't think of anyone I hate. So.
Don't be the men of trash people, man. You're better than that, Dimitri.
I am better than that. But find me someone we hate, and I will do it. I will do it.
We're all about love here.
Yeah, man. We're fucking vegans.
Compassion.
Anyway, next
kindness.
bit. What the hell's Brit school?
Yeah, that's what I underlined.
Posh.
That.
Is that just posh Eton bullshit schools?
Yeah.
Oh.
Again, he's in the music scene.
Okay,
He doesn't fit the stereotypical bill of what
but-
they should look like. Someone's probably given him that specific critique, like, you're not about the game, you posh twat.
Yeah, but what musicians are posh now? It's all like X Factor winners and bullshit like that. Like, just almost like working to middle class people. Look at Georgia Smith's from Walsall.
Yeah.
So
don't talk to Georgia Smith. I love her too much.
All right. But apparently the whole thing
Just down the road.
down the road.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So
I
anyway.
went to the shit school, man.
But anyway, I don't really get that, but I don't know.
No.
Move on.
Again, this was really early on in his career, right? I think it was like the second or third. I think this song and video came out before Lego House. So when this came out, it was so early on in his career. I don't feel like he was shooting out to the entire music industry. I feel like just how Ed has come across, it's specific people in his circles or specific people he's heard from.
Maybe it's higher ups, like the guys who are in the managerial roles in music, like.
Yeah, like you're not going to call out the entire fitness industry, but you'll probably call out Tej if he said, "Oh yeah, Ammo's on studs and shit."
No, maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, okay, I can't last if I'm smoking on a crack pipe. I just put, don't do drugs, kids. Next thing. So, the next verse, I'm just going to pick out one particular line of, when I perform live, feels like I'm meditating. A lot of musicians feel that, don't they? That music is, when they perform, it's the time that they're at their most peaceful and serene.
Yeah.
They call it the flow when you're in the flow.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
True mindfulness,
And that's all I've got for that until the next page. Unless you've got anything to add.
Not really. I mean, I think, the whole song, it kind of... it reminded me of some of the rap artists we've done, and hey, look at me, I'm great, and you're not. And
this is a rap song.
That's what it reminded me of, really. And I thought, was it really necessary for him to do such a thing where he's clearly got the talent to explore other?
Yeah, but we don't know the
matter.
experiences that he's had to have this opinion at this particular time. So he could have had lots of experiences where people were like, criticizing, or he's seen people who are taking credit where it shouldn't be due, and that would piss off an artist who's,
This song does have rage in it to an extent, not like visible, but
It's more frustration.
I feel the rage.
It's not rage though. It's frustration.
I think it's an angry song.
I agree with that, but it's
Yeah.
not rage. I think it's just frustration, just coming out
Dude,
with a bit of
you
anger.
didn't see how fast and how aggressive motherfuckers were signing in that. I'm just like, yes! The black background, the red lighting.
I can't remember the video, I'll be honest.
Great ass video, watch that shit.
Oh yeah, it's an interesting.
But no.
I thought, well, this video's a little bit
Edgy.
Yeah.
Edgy fetish.
Like you were saying, he was
not a lot
sending.
going on, but I didn't realise
Yeah.
he was.
Ed was sending. And to send, you have to have not just frustration, but a certain level of, no, I'm really pissed off. You've insulted me in something I'm passionate about and something I am clearly all about. So I'm coming for you. And that's the song. You need me, I don't need you.
Yeah, the title in itself is quite,
I think there's a lot of depth in it though.
putting
so-
your cards on the table.
Oh yeah, rage has depth. It's not just you're wearing the same top as me, let's fight. Like, that's none of that bullshit.
I like it. Anyway, on red carpets now I'm on Arabian Nights because I'm young and all my brother's going to give me advice. Long night to short height and I'm gone hyper. What's like Arabian Nights for me is either Aladdin's opening track or Persian folk tales or fairy tales. So what the fuck is
Arabian Nights was a cartoon on a show called Banana Splits back in the 70s kids show.
Back in 19...
Back in the yeah, the Arabian Nights was all about magic carpets and Persian.
So what's he saying here? So he's living
on
a
red
fairy
carpets.
Tale. I guess he's living a fairy tale. Red carpets, yeah, okay, cool.
Let's just say, I don't know, shisha or
What red? No red. Why? No, but he's on red carpet, so I'm guessing that's like red carpet events. So I guess now you've said that, red carpet, so he's living a fairy tale in a sense. But on the carpet, red carpet being both red carpet events and the carpets that can fucking fly in Aladdin.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I think that's what it. Yeah.
Now, the next verse, never be anything but a singer-songwriter, the game's over, but now I'm on a new level, watch how I step on the track without a loop pedal. Now, I like this because loop pedal is like, when you play a piece of music, you can just like loop the sequence. So producers do it to like, they've got their bass line, then they'll do their percussion beat after that, but they'll loop the bass line bit, they'll do the percussion, they'll add that and then loop that whole thing and they'll add more shit to it. Ed's saying it doesn't need any of that. And I really rate that because he can just perform it.
Yep.
One thing, one take with his guitar. Doesn't need to add various levels.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. Like when Ed came out though, I thought I've not seen a mainstream artist this talented in ages. So I almost think that I'm okay with him saying this because I agreed with him at the time.
He's
and I
proven it in his work.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's genuinely, I think he's the only mainstream artist in air quotes that I really like. I'll be honest. He's one of the rare. So I wanted to do it today because he's one of the rare few that I'm probably going to give a fairly high score on, to be honest.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers, no spoilers.
Anyway, so
I mean, it's better than all the other garbage in the charts.
by far, but by a literal country mile.
I just feel every artist who may come across this video is just like, hey, fuck you, man.
Or whenever Dad gets requested to download shit for his gigs.
Oh my!
I hear him upstairs going, oh jeez, gods man, how do the kids like this?
Dimitri, I may occasionally use the F word.
Oh, that'll be
Oh, for F's sake!
See, you need to send me a recording of that. Like, I just need that to be like my message alert.
I think the last artist was actually Stormzy that you were like, oh for God's sake.
Yeah.
So
Was it still
get a lot of requests? For
no, it wasn't still disappointed. What 12-year-olds are requesting that?
Every 12-year-old, I kid
Maybe.
you not,
Alright,
out.
fair enough.
or even younger. And the annoying thing is when the parents sort of say, "Oh, the boys want you to play Stormzy for a Year 6 prom." Sorry, I'm not playing that.
Have you heard Stormzy? No. It's just like, okay, so step back, mum, dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Know what your kids are listening to, people.
Yeah.
Anyway, People think that I'm bound to blow up. I've done around 1,000 shows, but I haven't got a house, plus I live on a couch, so you can be the lyrics when I'm singing them out. Wow. I don't get that. It's very good, but so you can be the lyrics when I'm singing them out. How can people be the lyrics? I was very...
Connecting with the song.
Be the lyrics.
Was it just like that?
They sing along as well.
Yeah.
Because you know what people are like, they got the phone in the one hand and they're singing the lyrics, so you can't actually hear the artist.
Maybe.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
Well,
cool.
I probably think it's more to do with connecting with the song. He's saying
That makes sense.
The music and his craft is more important than a house, and even no matter what situation he's in, he's going to be about it.
Oh yeah, definitely the first 3 lines. That bit I was like, what is he saying here?
Yeah, you're going to be the lyrics, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he does a lot of gigs. 312 gigs in 2009.
The graft is strong.
He was having a lazy year, that one.
Yeah.
He took, 40 odd days off?
Lazy.
Alright, from day one I've been prepared with VO5 wax for my ginger hair.
Yeah.
I use VO5 matte clay, so yeah. I enjoyed the reference. And then... Alright, so I'm going to skip a bit on this verse into... But she says, into another rapper's shoes using shoelaces. So let's restart that from a bit higher. I'm going to be breaking into other people's tunes when I chase it and replace it with the elephant in the room with a facelift into another rapper's shoes using new laces. What's he saying here? That he's going to he's so good that he's just going to I don't know what's the word, like a fucking pathogen. He's just gonna spread and just engulf everyone into the Ed Sheeran hive mind or some shit.
Okay, no. Okay. But also, yeah, in a sense that even that lyrics, the fact that you're like, hold on, what did he just say? He's basically saying, I'm such a good rapper, I can chat nonsense and you will feel how good I am in it.
Is that what he's saying?
In a sense, yeah, but the elephant in the room, that is him, that is his verse in whatever song he's featuring in. You know, and just the relacing it,
I thought the elephant in the room that he's just better than all of the rappers, so
yeah, basically.
I can absorb all of you and you. He's basically just going to grow so massive that other rappers are going to be obsolete. That's how I viewed it.
Into another rapper's shoes and relace it.
It's like, isn't that like Mourinho setting himself up for a fall?
It's like, Heroes back in the day. You know in Silo? Is it Silo? When he the guy stole everyone's powers?
Yeah.
That's what I view that as. He's like, I'll absorb your powers into the super mutant that I am.
But what happened to him in the end?
I don't know, I didn't see the very final season.
After season 2 I was done.
I got to season 4 and I was just like, I can't.
You're a brave soul, man.
It was good.
Nah, season 1 was the only good season in that
Season
show.
1 was really good.
Anyway.
But no, can we just try and visualize that for a second? A rapper's invited you over, hey, can you feature on my song? He's like, yeah, cool. Not even that. It's like, hey, you want to take off your shoes? As soon as he's walking out, it's just like, he's wearing my shoes.
he's picking out the laces from the shoes.
It's like a dynamo trick, when Dynamo walks away. And that's what he's going to be like. Dynamo.
Just Ed walks in.
No, he floats in and absorbs
on water.
Anyway.
Why is there water in my house? It doesn't matter, it's Ed.
Anyway. Next bar. Next thing. Alright, the last thing I've got to say about this song is they say I'm up and coming like I'm a fucking... No, sorry, I'm going to say it again. They say I'm up and coming like I'm fucking in an elevator. That is a fire bar.
What the hell is that?
That's a wicked bar. I'm sorry, that is sick.
And is there any need for him to use the F word?
Look,
yes.
It's a wicked line.
He is the shit.
It's a wicked line. Sorry, the line
with his lyrics, is it really necessary?
Well, I remember hearing that when I was young and I was like, oh, that's a bar and a half.
But it's the way he said it. It was just like, he
was aggressive.
trilled it at the end like fucking in an elevator. It was like,
no, I thought it was said with confidence. It was good.
Yeah.
Delivered hard-hitting shit.
But he elongated that shit. So he was just like, yeah, I'm fucking in an elevator. It was great.
It was good. It was good. Look, I was very happy with that as like a final line of the verse, and I was like, good. You can end on the chorus now. I'm content with your masterism of wordplay.
You could have just ended it there. Then
Ginger
Lord. Just like
yes. Yeah, if you didn't do the chorus again, I'd been happy with that to end.
Fucking in an elevator. Yeah. End of song. So ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But that's that.
His mom listens to this song.
What was this? He was having a go at Melody Music Maker or something, reading all the papers.
I don't care about that. I just care about this line, and we should end it there and move on to sing.
Yeah.
Fine with me, because
look at you fucking circling fucking...
I just think that's beneath him. He could have been more creative.
That's funny, Dad. That's funny. Right, sing. Are we on to the next album now?
We are on to the next album. Can I just say, the first album, heard a few songs, bought it straight away, played it in every single occasion. Like, if I was studying or something at uni, I'd just have that on loop.
Oh, no.
If I was getting hyped for a party, I would have it on loop for multiple occasions. But Sing and the second album, not so much. I did debate about whether or not to get it. I love listening to it on TV and stuff. But no, just different vibes, different feel, I suppose.
Yeah, I get you. Well, let's go into it then and see if you still feel this way at the end of the analysis.
Yeah.
So Sing, is it this one X? It is X, isn't it?
I don't know.
Wait, there's plus. Is it multi?
X, I think divides the last one, so let's go for X. Anyway, Sing, it's late in the evening, glass on the side. I've been sat with you for most of the night, ignoring everyone here. We wish they would disappear, so maybe we could get down now. I don't want to know if you're getting ahead of the program. I want you to be mine, lady, to hold your body close. Take another step into the no man's land, and for the longest time, lady. Anyway, so this is the kind of shit that I thought Ed Sheeran songs were mainly about, just the romance stuff. So this is the first song out of the list that I've chosen that sort of goes into that sort of subject matter. So it's very simple. I've got I've been sat with you, Ed's with the lady, so maybe we could get down now. Ed wants to fuck, and then take another step into no man's land. I thought that was a weird metaphor, but I quite enjoyed it.
No man's land.
Yeah, Sing is actually...
It was weird, but I was like, that's actually quite clever.
Her virginity or something?
No, it's like going into the... So, if you're, you're vibing on a date, and then it's whether you're going for the kiss kind of thing. That's like the no man's land. This would be no man's land for us, for example, if we were on a date. Do you go into no man's land is the question. So I thought it's a unique metaphor. Again, Ed's got some very unique metaphors, so I'm like, it's very good. Very good stuff, man.
Do you know what inspired him to write the song?
Go on.
He went out on a sort of night of debauchery.
Just check the album for me, just double check.
Yeah.
You get a chance.
He went on a night of debauchery with Psy of Gangnam Style.
Was it? I was gonna say, is that the living legend that is the Korean?
So he went
master.
out with Psy and a bunch of Psy's Korean mates on this night out. And
Multiply.
Yeah, cool. Multiply the album. Just so
and
you know,
that
listeners,
inspired him to write it. And Dimitri, this is where the Justin Timberlake influence comes in.
I thought you were going to say I was there. I was like,
Psy and Dimitri doing Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
You smashed that, to be fair, bro.
Yeah.
So it was inspired by Justin Timberlake's Justified, Future Sex,
Was it?
Love Sounds. He was trying to emulate that sound. That's what he's saying.
Okay.
It sounds so much like JT. It's unbelievable. Yep. It really does.
It was a homage.
As someone who's performed as Justin Timberlake on one occasion when I was in year 5.
Oh, yes. Pop Idols.
No, it was Idolize, actually.
Idolize, okay, yeah.
Don't know what any of those are.
I was Justin Timberlake in year 5 for a competition at our primary school, which was a combination of Pop Idol and Stars in Their Eyes called Idolize, and I did Justin Timberlake.
You were singing.
Cry Me a River, yeah.
Oh, everyone can sing that song. Oh,
I remember buying Anna a leather jacket for the occasion.
It was a good time to be alive. And then the next year, I did Robbie Williams and Nicole Kidman, Something Stupid Like I Love You, with a girl.
I hate that song.
And he even did a bit of a waltz.
And I did a waltz. I had to learn to waltz. And we went to this girl's house, and the mom taught us how to waltz. It's like...
Nice.
It's adorable. Anyway...
He's still in
simpler times. No, I'm not actually. Simpler times.
Did you actually watch the video to this?
The Idolize of this.
No, sing.
Oh, to sing. I wasn't impressed with it.
Had a bunch of Muppets and the Korean businessman doing karaoke, which was cyanide with some strippers and stuff.
Was Psy a Muppet? Was it all Muppet based?
No, they were Korean businessmen, and there were about 3 or 4 Ed Sheeran type Muppets in Muppet style, Muppet puppets.
What's the difference between a Muppet and a puppet?
Yeah, Dad.
Very off topic, but I don't know.
I think Muppets are just a certain franchise of puppets.
Yeah.
How does a puppet have a franchise?
What's that? Team America's a franchise.
Yeah.
They had a certain look and feel like Miss Piggy and
Thunderbirds
and
franchise of puppets.
Oh, okay.
It was in that sort of
Give us one.
Who's it? Fozzie Bear.
Fozzie Bear.
He looked like Fozzie Bear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I did see the video. I was just wondering, puppet or Muppet. Sort of.
Oh, hey. Potato.
Moving on?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but I do like playing this at my discos, I have to say.
Yeah, I can imagine that still being popular.
It's not a kind of dancey thing, but if I'm running out of things to play and I can fill 4 or 5 minutes with the sing, so
yeah,
I don't mind that one.
Next verse.
Sure.
I need you, darling. Come on, set the tone. If you feel you're falling, when you let me know. If you love me, come on, get involved. I said, love, this seems like they just met, in the days. It's a bit fucking... I was steady on Ed in my notes, come on there.
I mean, he's gone from risk assessment Lego, break it up, build it down to sort of dive straight in.
That's a relationship. This seems more like a one night stand, if anything. So,
Yeah.
but that's why I'm confused why the word love is being brought up straight away. That was a bit
Yeah,
weird.
but I guess when you're kind of like, I don't know, it's we're taking it a bit too little when he says I love. He's just saying
No, but then he says, just from this, in the next verse, from
Yeah.
This Love is Ablaze, just from this one small act of kindness I'm in. I'm like, fucking hell, steady on it. It's like the first time you're interacting,
That's
it
a good
seems.
point.
So, I don't know, it was just very weird for me to see this.
And they're singing "We Found Love" in a local rave.
But then he says, then he said, deep shit if anyone finds out. I'm like, ooh, why?
What, like the press or something?
Who this song about? Is
Yeah,
it, is it Georgia Smith? I put down in my notes.
shut up. No.
Yeah.
I relate this like most R&B songs when they're just like, girl, I want to something, and I've just met you tonight. It's just
Yeah.
like, you're exaggerating it. It's very hyperbolic and you're trying to sound super romantic too.
Fucking so exaggerated though, bro.
Yeah.
But look, he says, "I already know she's a keeper."
Yeah, it's a lot, man. It's like, chill out, bro. Like, you should have learned from your fucking Lego house experience. It's not going to be good for you. Like,
He should have taken his Lego set with him on this
To the club.
to the club, yeah.
If we-
And built something in the club.
if we've established anything from Ed Sheeran, he should not take Lego pieces on dates with him. It is a recipe for disaster.
Well, think about it. This time he'd be in the middle of a dance or sitting down, putting together the dance steps. Like, guys,
It's too dark. I can't see the instructions.
I picture like a rainbow floor and shit, and Slice's just watching like, Ed, you're messing this up now.
Yeah, there'd be like this spotlight in the middle of the dance floor on him.
And we have Ed Sheeran. It's like, one,
Right.
two.
And the rest of the songs, there's nothing to analyse really.
No, there's a lot of oohs and
So it's just
stuff.
This
a
was very much a
weird.
party song.
It's a one night stand evolved into a weird sort of love scenario potentially in Ed's mind, which I thought was very strange. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the one thing, when I'm playing it on my decks and stuff, I always got to remember to watch out for the end because it ends
I
very
was going to say the
abruptly.
N word then. I was like, when
Sing.
does Ed Sheeran use the N word?
End. It goes sink.
So I know you're in the
Finish.
crime scene, Ed, but calm down. Right. Alright, thinking out loud.
Yeah, I think that loud's a good one.
So, let's just go straight in. When your legs don't work like they used to before and I can't sweep you off your feet, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheeks? Now, I've been a fucking reprobate in this. When I first saw that opening line, I was like, right, is he talking about when he's just like thoroughly shagged someone to the extent they can't walk the next morning kind of thing?
do that.
And then he says like, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? I'm just like,
Oh, gee.
I was like, is he going down this route? But then I realised quickly that he's not saying that at all. He's being very sincere and sweet. So I was wrong. It's very
Ed
nice.
Sheeran doesn't fuck, he makes love.
I mean, you know. So next verse is when I realised that it's not as deplorable as what I was having in my head. So the next verse goes, and darling, I will be loving you till we're 70, and baby, my heart could still fall as hard as 23.
Oh, can I just take a sec? 23? Oh, fuck.
Oh.
No, it's still young.
Anyway, and I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways, maybe just the touch of a hand. Oh me, I fall in love with you every single day, and I just want to tell you I am. Very fucking sweet.
It's
Like-
very sweet, and this was a song that reminded me of Justin Timberlake's song, "Like in My Mirror," because they're both talking about love from a young age to an older age, and it's just very much like where Justin was more realistic, like we're gonna have fights and stuff, but you know what, you are my reflection in both the good and the bad. This one is just like, I will love you no matter what. And can we still do this? Do you think we can? I hope we can.
Then again, Lego House, he's talking about.
Lego House was desperate, bro.
Alright.
So here's the thing. So he's been talking about sort of 23 to 70, and he based the song, or he wrote the song, I think for his girlfriend Athena.
Sorry.
And
God of War.
God of War.
oh, is it? Okay.
And we're doing a D&D God of War session or D&D Greek session.
Oh, okay.
Rather
In
than-
joke there.
We like
No, Dungeons and Dragons, we're nerds, Works out. It's great.
Athena and Rello, and so their relationship lasted
That's a good name.
1 year.
No, fair.
So they didn't quite.
After this song or before this song?
That he wrote it for her, so I don't know what the timeline was, but he didn't quite get from 23 to 70 years.
Oh, it's a shame.
That's a shame, because she's probably just like, well, it didn't work out, but I got a song after me.
Speaking of the relationship, fourth verse, I think. When my hair's all but gone and memories fade and the crowds don't remember my name, when my hands don't play the strings the same way, I know you will still love me the same. I like that because when all the fame's done and he can't play the guitar anymore, like that's what matters. And like I've written here when a musician can't play their instrument anymore, that must be fucking debilitating.
Yeah.
Like really heartbreaking for that person.
It's inevitable, you know.
But I never thought that. I've never thought of like, you know, when system reach an age where they can't play, when Serge Tankian can't play instruments or loses the faculties to produce music.
Yeah.
Jeez, man, that must be.
Hey, look, if Mick Jagger and the Stones can do it
That's true.
at this age.
But even if he wasn't a musician, just the concept of love, like everything you can do now, eventually you won't be able to. So it's someone that will stick with you no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And this song is very much, it's about finality, both in the relationship and in life. And I just love it. It's very deep.
Yeah, I think it's quite nice.
It is very, very nice.
But that is all I have to analyse on that. I'll be honest, because the rest is just, you know, it's very self-explanatory, the rest of it. Yeah?
There's nothing. I haven't really got anything.
Move on to Take It
He
Back.
wrote it with Amy Wadge.
Who the fuck's Amy Wadge?
So he'd almost...
Who works across the street.
he'd virtually finished this album, and this sort of school friend, or friend from school days, came over and said, hey, look, I'm in financial difficulties. Can I write a song with you so I can get some royalties? And so that night they wrote Thinking Out Loud. And she wanted him to mention 17, I think he mentioned somewhere. And so, yeah, she's set for life now from that song.
That's great. I mean, either he's a really nice person or she had talent and he already knew it and he was just like, let's collab together. We've always said we'd do it.
Can you imagine that? It's like, you know, Macaulay Culkin. Like, he's just made all his money off Home Alone films and he still lives off that. And he just goes and does shit. Like, just goes around. He lives in Paris a lot of the time. He's like, with his band playing around, touring around. I just think that's so sick. When you hit, like, one thing that will set you for life and it doesn't fuck you up, man. That's the dream, baby. That is the dream. Anyway,
so, I used to use this song as the kind of slow dance for the Year 6 prom.
do you actually?
You put so much pressure on those kids.
I know. They'd say, "Look, can we have a slow number? That girl's boyfriend, they're going out, and can you put one on for those two?" And they'd sort of say, "Come on, can you put someone slow on?"
Yeah.
So I'd put it on, and guess what? Tumbleweeds on the dance floor. No one would get on there.
10, 11.
But they ask for it. They
don't know what they want.
Can be your Year 6 dance.
Yes, it was me and the man them doing the worm and shit. It was nothing.
What, you mean on the floor?
Yeah. Because that was like the 90s. That was literally the 90s. But I'd say secondary school, I remember our dance. And yeah, I remember our prom. Everyone got in the suits. Everyone was great. It was great. Because my school is in Handsworth, no matter whether it's Christmas, Valentine's or whatever, there would always be a Bhangra theme included. So I was always pushed in the circle and I'm just like, never again, never again. So when you have your wedding...
Oh, there'll be no Bhangra on my wedding, let me tell you, mate. No.
We're gonna have Iron Maiden and System of a Down.
I'm actually going to have...
That's fine.
My plan is two things I want in my wedding. I want the Batmobile as my wedding car, and I want a System of a Down tribute band for a portion of the evening. That's what I want.
I'm going to come as a
I'm sure the guests will love it.
I don't care. This is the part of my identity, as Stuart said the other day. I'm counterculture. It's in my body.
That is fine.
So,
that is fine.
People are going to protest my wedding.
But yeah, you're very mean for that.
Do you think people are going to protest my wedding?
Sorry? Who's going to protest your wedding?
Because I'm obviously probably going to have an interracial relationship.
Who the fuck cares?
Indians are protesting about...
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Yeah, a Gurdwaras now, like the crazy amounts of protest happening because of intermingling.
I mean...
That's why you don't want me to have a Gurdwara marriage, don't you?
Well, I just find it a bit of a dull place.
I want
you there. I'll be there. I want you to be there.
It's just an extra thing, you know. I think just enjoy the main event.
Yeah.
You know, a bit like my cousin. They just had the registrar, do you remember?
No, they did both, man.
No, they didn't.
They did.
Anyway.
Wait. Is this under your... Nah, I'm going to make sure yours isn't interracial.
Fucking hell.
I'm just going to throw every fit brown girl at you. Be like, she likes heavy metal, dude.
See me with my barge pole. Anyway.
Oh, before we skip the song, I just want to go over this repetitive part that maybe we found love where we are, or maybe we found love at where we are, and we found love where we are. It's just like after each line, he's getting more certain in this.
Yeah.
And it's nice that he ended on it, but it's a shame that you said, oh, he broke up with Athena, or...
Athena!
Yes.
Right, next song.
After a year.
Yeah.
It's a nice song, but just lasted a year.
You've written it.
Alright, take
Sorry,
it back.
guys.
Take it back. Alright, where to start with this? So, there's a lot of lyrics in here. And...
Another... This was gobbledygook.
It wasn't gobbledygook.
Take it back.
A lot of referencing.
You're crazy.
Of,
You're just old. You don't get it. Old timer.
thanks.
God, I know this is why we have you on the podcast, but you don't get it.
He's ageless. He's literally ageless, dude.
I'm a time lord. Right.
The first thing I want to bring up in this song is... alright, so first of all, what the hell's the song about, do you think, Dad?
Take it back.
Look, again, he's singing about himself and how great he is.
Very
and,
self-centered.
This is what it's just like random. It just sounded very random.
This
like
is what I've called the song of references because he just drops references left, right, and centre.
Michael Caine, Jack Black, New Musical Express,
Macy Gray,
Timothy Dalton,
Pedigree,
Opal Fruits.
Oh, what?
Dalmatian on Pedigree.
Not Starburst?
It's just Rubber Dinghy Rapids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, right, let's go into this.
It is very long.
I'm gonna go. Alright, the first big ass verse I'm gonna skip to. I never tried to win you over like your stepfather.
Oh, dude.
Pretty good bar, man. Pretty good bar.
That's he's shooting shots.
That's a solid punchline right there. let
He's
me tell
shooting
you.
shots. But even just the first line, I'm not a rapper, I am a singer with flow. He's just saying, I'm better than a rapper. You know, I can.
No, he's not
I can
saying
do
that.
both.
He's
Hey,
not
hey,
saying
hey. I'm not a musician. I'm a fucking artist.
He's not criticising rappers. He's criticising
No.
singers.
He's saying he is a
Sounds like he's criticising rappers.
No, I think I'm not a rapper. I'm a singer with a flow.
He's thrown the gauntlet
No.
down.
I don't think so. I see that as like.
I imagine people make that critique of him like, you're rapping on this song. You're not a rapper, bro. Why are you trying to be a rapper? So I'm not a rapper. I'm a singer.
Have you heard him
with
freestyle?
flow.
Refer back to that
Sounded
Devlin.
like rapping to me.
There's a Devlin freestyle with him and Devlin, like just like for a minute and a half long.
Yeah.
Ed's flow is wicked, man.
Ed's
Like-
flow is wicked, but I still give it to Devlin. It's Devlin.
No, true.
It's Devlin.
But anyway, I thought that was an absolute bar.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
on
not
to.
trying to win you
I've
back.
got a habit of spitting.
Mm.
Oh, spitting quicker lyrics in.
So we hear lots about, we have like, Get Carter, Michael Caine references, and this
Yeah.
Macy Gray one. So all I know about Macy Gray is that she was a singer in Spider-Man 1.
I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah.
You're not familiar with Macy Gray, but you know everything. That's
I didn't look up all the references.
Yeah.
I thought.
Other than Spider-Man 1, she is a great singer.
So what's the reference here?
I was Macy Gray, I tried to say goodbye and I choked. Who knows? Who knows?
Alright, cool. Then some stuff that we can't really analyse, and then if I put it on wax. So he says, oh yeah, to sleeping with a... Oh, sorry, to make from sleeping at the subway station to sleeping with a movie star and adding to the population. I was like, adding to the population? Is he a dad? And I don't know about this. To sleeping with a movie star. So to make from sleeping at a subway station, so obviously it's past where he's like, slept in the subways and whatnot.
Yeah.
To sleeping with a movie star, whoever that is.
Oh, this was when he was in
And adding-
America and he had some, flings with Hollywood starlets.
Taylor Swift.
I think that's what he's saying.
Another one.
Yeah,
But he wouldn't kiss and tell, he's a gentleman.
Except in this song. It's like, I'm
He
not
isn't
going to
told.
give names, but I'm
But then adding to the population.
Any
Is he a dad?
celebrity who's been pregnant of this year, check the child hair. It's
Okay.
basically that.
Some ginger celebrities or some. Well, it depends who it's with, actually. It could be any mix. Anyway. Then he goes, not in my imagination, I don't want to relax. Would it hurt your reputation if I put it on wax? What the fuck does I put it on wax mean?
Put the pussy on the chain wax.
What? The fuck?
Key and Peele reference. That's not what he's doing, I just like that reference.
Okay. Yeah, I had no idea what we're saying there.
Yeah.
But anything else? Moving on to the next, after the chorus bits. Okay, so this is the second big verse. So take it back with the rhythm and blues. With my rap pack, I'll be singing the news. Trying to act like Jack Black when I'm bringing him to school. Absolute bar. I'll make a beat with my feet just by hitting a loop. And I was like, I thought Ed Sheeran didn't require loops. See, you need me, but I don't need you.
Yeah, basically
Bit
juxtaposition
of-
between the two songs.
Bit of contradiction there.
Yeah, change the thing
He's
around.
changed, man.
Maybe.
He's changed.
And then nothing else. There's a bit about David Beckham when he goes to shoot. There's just references upon references. A good line I thought was, but then I never had an enemy except for NME. But I'll be selling twice as many copies as the magazines will ever be. Whoa, that's a good bar.
So
That's pretty
did
good.
Enemy have it in for him? Did they give him some bad
Don't
press?
care. Good
Can't
bar.
imagine it.
Yeah,
But,
I don't think so. I think he's just making that point that Look where he is.
But again, I just think he could do so much better than this.
This one,
This is just kind of mishmash nonsense, really.
yeah, I mean, comparing it back to
I mean-
You Need Me, I Don't Need You, that one, it was backing it up with facts. With this one, it's just like, I'm like this, I'm like that. Whereas in the first one, it is, I'm original, I do this, I am worthy
Yeah.
of that. In this one, it's just, compare me to others, I am like them in my own industry. It's like, come on, man. Come on, Ed.
Maybe. I just like the fucking erratic nature of this song. And just now I've looked into it, I'm like, god damn, there's some serious references and serious levels here.
Yeah.
Maybe not levels, but definitely references.
He's named a lot of people.
Yeah, and a lot of people, like the enemy stuff, like he's name dropping, but he's using them in a very unique way. Like that double line there might be some of the best that he'd ever done.
And healthier than a Dalmatian on a pedigree.
That's untrue. Pedigree isn't great. But then Rubberingy Rapids, bro, that was a nice little nod to
Is that 3 lines?
4 lines.
4 lines.
Put a ball on a crow. And then
Then there were 3.
There. Very good, very good. And that's kind of it, I think. The rest is pretty much self-explanatory.
How about this line? Have we moved on to the next verse?
I'm going to take it back now. Yeah, you're going to where I'm going. Cool.
Oh, are you doing that one? Because I'm a singer that you never want to see shirtless.
Yeah, so this is really
Has
good.
he got big man boobs? Or?
I imagine so. I'm not seeing him shirtless, but I feel like he has
You assume
a
dad bod.
semi-dad bod.
Yeah,
Yes.
you assume
I don't think
that,
I'd like to see any guys shirtless, because you know when we have a little bit of hot weather and you're walking around in Sutton or whatever and the guys just take their tops off, you know, it's I wouldn't want to see anyone shirtless.
That's sort of like just, it's either old people or chavvy kids, and I'm just like, come on, shut up, just get out, just shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or builders.
Builder's fair enough. If you're on a construction site and you're sort of, you know,
Labouring away.
labouring away, then
Yeah.
What if
fair
you're playing
enough.
football in like Sutton Park and it's like really roasting?
Why are we taking it to Sutton Park? It's not. It's huge, but it's not.
I think because I used to play football in Sutton Park. So
You
I'm
used to
not-
play football?
Yeah. Not like it was with my mates at school every Friday at Windley.
Yeah. It's just, yeah.
Do you not see me play football?
No.
I was alright. I wasn't great. I'm like a wannabe N'Golo Kante / Paul Scholes, like just a workhorse. in the
You're
middle of the
giving
park.
me names of people and things I don't know.
Basically, I stood in the middle or on the right mid, and I would go and tackle people and pass to people who are better than me, or I'd be on the right mid and I could whip a ball in. So I'm good at crossing.
I can picture that actually, yeah.
I'm a workhorse man. Anyway, yes, I'm going to read this whole verse because I think it's really good. This is counteracts all the shit that you've said before, basically. So take it back now.
Where are we?
Take it back now. Take it back now. Now I don't ever want to be perfect because I'm a singer that you never want to see shirtless, and I accept the fact that someone has to win worse dressed. Taking my first steps. He's being. Oh, hang on. Taking my first steps into the scene, giving me focus, putting on the brave face like Timothy Dalton. Considering a name change, thinking it was hopeless, rhyming over records, avoiding tradition. Because I'm stopping there because there's nothing. I want to do this bit. So, very honest and counteracting all the bigging himself up bit. He's saying that he's very different and he's okay with it because he's okay with having the dad bod, and he's surpassed that sort of Hollywood stereotype where you have to make it as an aesthetically beautiful being.
When we say different, are we saying different to people in the industry or different to everyone else?
Industry. That's why we as normal people relate to him more because
I was about to say he seems like more of a normal person than he
that's
does.
what I'm saying. Yeah. That's
yeah.
why I think another point where he's handled fame well, he still seems like a normal guy to me. Yeah. Whereas when people go through the Hollywood motions, they turn into Greek gods aesthetically, with female and male, and then also dickheads. So I think he's done very well in that sense. But the fact that he's honest by saying that he's not got the perfect body, he's not dressed particularly well, he's always stuck to his jeans and checkered shirt look. He's never really faded from that. Has he? He's never faded from that. I rate that.
I'm picturing celebrity photos of him and he's always just wearing the checkered shirt and his glasses. It's mate, do your hair up even a little bit. No.
Oh, do you see when KSI for Logan Paul too, and they some YouTubers got the Ed Sheeran lookalike, the famous one, to go in posing as Ed Sheeran, and he got in. And Eddie Hearn was looking at him from afar, going like, "Is that Ed Sheeran? That ain't Ed Sheeran." But it's so sick. Anyway, right. Another thing to how Ed's handled fame. In the same verse, skipping ahead a little bit more, down to Madison Square Garden is where I might be, but more likely you'll find me in the back. Wait, am I doing the right fucking song? Yeah, I'm taking it back still, yeah. So, Madison Square Garden is where I might be, but more likely you'll find me in the back room of a dive bar with my mates, having a pint with McDade, discussing records we made, and every single second knowing that we'll never betray the way we were raised, remembering our background, sat down, that's how we planned it out. It's time to take it back now. So he's still, that guy who go to the pub with his mates and still just be Ed, old Ed. Ed's not really changed that much, it seems. He can still do the ye oldie thing, so he's grounded and he's showing that he's grounded. I like it.
I mean, me personally...
What do you want? A fucking song about the French Renaissance like Iron Maiden?
I just don't think it's very interesting material for a song.
Yeah, considering how he just ended that, take it back to the more humble, normal, we've built ourselves up sort of thing. For a large portion of the song, he's just kind of like showboating and saying,
Yeah.
So you think that Ed is very self-centered?
No, it's just if he wanted to make the point that he hasn't changed too much, he kind of...
Is he like the guy who's like saying like, no, I'm really good in bed, and he's like this shit.
It's like, I'm the greatest in bed, ask your girl, ask your friends.
Yeah.
But you know what, I still go to church and I just respect women and love them so much, It's like, mate,
Dad thinks about every rapper, basically.
Exactly. And that's what I thought. A few of his songs dipped into that modality, which I thought was... He could have done so much better. Could have done so much better. And I think it's Gandhi's famous quote, humility is knowing that you're great, but not needing anyone else to know it.
Yeah.
So you don't really need to say that. If, you're a humble, down-to-earth person, you don't have to broadcast it. People will see anyway.
It is very true.
So why waste a song on it?
Good point.
That's my humble opinion.
Yeah. Alright, anyway.
So humble.
Let's move on to the next album, which is Divide. And this is arguably my favourite Ed Sheeran song. It's very introspective.
So why has he gone for the mathematical symbols then? Is that just
clue.
a thing, or was there a reason behind it?
I mean, the first album, what was it?
Multiply, wasn't it? Yeah.
Multiply. I just saw it as
No,
X. I'm like, okay,
plus
X.
is first.
Oh, was it plus?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was plus, yeah. When I just saw him, I'm just like, okay, it's just the plus sign, he hasn't really got anything. And the next one's like, oh, okay, he's got a theme to it. And I'm just like, I can't wait for, like, squared and parentheses and shit. I'm like, what?
Square roots.
But then
Back to my roots, yeah, kind of
what
thing.
happens?
Yeah.
What happens after subtraction? And then you just get a Casio calculator out. Boobies.
Yeah.
Shell oil you can do.
Yeah.
Fuck it out, yes.
No, boobies is the best one. That's the one you always got to go for. Right.
Okay.
Eraser. I'm gonna read out this whole thing on it. Yeah, may as well. Okay.
Take it slow.
I was born inside a small town. I lost that state of mind. Learned to sing inside the Lord's house, but stopped at the age of 9.
Same thing again.
I forget when I get awards. This man has transcended generations. And hang on. I forget when I get awards now. The wave I had to ride, the paving stones I played upon, they kept me on the grind. So blame it on the pain that blessed me with my life. Friends and family filled with envy when they should be fine with pride, or filled with pride. We'll stop there for a sec.
Yeah, that's great.
I think that's probably the best. This is the best verse I think so far.
Friends and family filled with envy when they should be.
Because you do get that. Like I relate to this a little bit where people aren't exactly supportive of what you're doing and they try and shit on you and stuff.
I get that. But yeah. Born in a small town, lost a state of mind. He hasn't got that small town mentality. Yes, he learned to sing in the Lord's house, the church, of course, but stopped at the age of 9. But he didn't really stop grinding. He kind of felt his way through it, and although he's made it now, the people who were there along the journey, not everyone stayed with him, and that's it's very real. He's giving us a window into his early day experience, and we just take it from there.
But I do get the whole friends and family thing, filled with envy. I think people who are successful probably get that a lot.
Yeah, and I don't think that's egotistical or even humble to say. It's just, it's a fact for a lot of things. So, yeah.
Jealousy's a cruel mistress. Anyway, and when the world's against me is when I really come alive, and every day that Satan tempts me, I try to take it in my stride. You know that I've got whiskey with white lines and smoke in my lungs. I think life has got to the point I know without it's no fun. I need to get in the nights in the right mind and clear myself up. Instead, I look in the mirror questioning what I've become. I guess it's a stereotypical day for someone like me. without a 9-to-5 job or a uni degree, to be caught up in the trappings of the industry. Show me the locked doors, I find another use of the key, and you'll see. So, back to the line of I look in the mirror questioning what I've become. I see like a lot of celebrities do this.
Hang on. Can we just go back a stage? He's got whiskey, white line, smoke in his lungs. I thought he was drugs free.
Yeah, that's what we're saying from the earlier albums. It's like he doesn't do these things. But 2 albums later, his third album's like, yeah, this is in me. What have I become? He notices he's changed.
Yeah,
he notices he has changed.
So Satan's tempted him, and he hasn't taken it in his stride because it's in his lungs and he's imbibed.
He hasn't done that. Well, no, he's taken the whole thing in his stride, but he's just done it.
He's admitted his faults.
No, but it's like
he has succumbed.
It's the drugs and the alcohol and everything. Like it's just, go on.
I mean, like he was saying,
because he's going to outlast all the rappers, all the other rappers,
by not
doing drugs, and now he's become the very thing that he warned other people not to.
It's okay to accept when you've made mistakes.
If he stops, unless he's like, I'm such a cokehead.
He's not bloody got fucking, what did I say earlier? The crack lips thing. Meth mouth. He's not got meth mouth, so he's not like gone that far down the line.
He'd still have such a beautiful voice. That's the problem.
He would. Just come on stage, just like fucking powder on his nose and shit.
I'm gonna sing now.
You just start singing really quickly.
Hey, look, Jim Morrison of the Doors wrote some of his. Jim Morrison of the Doors wrote some of his best lyrics when he was stoned.
Yeah, but like
you can't deny that for quite a few artists, like the drugs do help.
Yeah, mainly weed apparently. I don't think like.
I don't even think it's.
I guess maybe psychedelics like DMT and shit probably help.
Yeah.
That's because they're talking to aliens and shit though, because aliens can help them out when they're lyric writing.
the aliens just come down. He won't know that he.
Yeah. But I thought, any more on that, by the way, or are we good?
No, just another kind of contradictory thing. Yeah.
So instead, I look at the mirror, questioning what I've become. So I said that this is a very human thing, and I like the fact that Ed keeps himself grounded because he's done this dumb shit. He's looking in the mirror and think, fuck, what have I became the person that I tried not to be, kind of thing. I said a lot of celebrities do this. Then I wrote, but a lot of humans do this too. So I've just overall concluded in my little mini essay here that it's a very human thing to do, and Ed is still on our plane of humans. Not some Illuminati shit.
This is a story of a song. It's not going to be filled with metaphors to the point that it's just like, oh, this is so creative. I love the imagery he's given and whatnot. It's just very much literal. I am a person. I started here. And hopefully through this whole lyrics, we should be getting emotional. I feel like that's the intent, to both inform and invoke some sort of emotion. Because with you're kind of seeing the humility and relation in terms of what you may go through in terms of certain friends not supporting you, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So the fact that you get that, I say the lyrics are doing what they were intended to do.
Yeah, because Dad, I know that you're saying that, he's big-headed and shit, but like...
He does have a big head. It's fine. He's rich. He's rich.
Humility.
But I don't know, this shows something to be open about things like this. I think that just shows a bit of class and humility on his part.
Yeah.
So... I'm a big fan of that bit. Big fan of this song. This is his best song, I think, by far.
Let's see how
anything that's like as introspective as this, and that you can admit to your personal faults. I'm all down for that shit. I like people my favorite songs ever are when people show they overcome adversity in their own life. I like that shit. Anyway, next verse. I'm well aware, so I'm going to say this all, but it's mainly for the last line. I'm well aware of certain things that will destroy a man like me, but with that said, give me one more higher, another one to take the sting away. I'm happy on my own, so here I'll stay, saving your loving arms for a rainy day, and I'll find comfort in my pain. Now,
that's a bit dark, isn't it?
Very metal lyrics, but I've also put here that it's true because pain is very sobering. Because when you go through a painful experience...
not just physical.
Not physical, not just physical at all. But when you go through a painful experience, probably more emotional in a sense. Nothing else really matters really. That occupies your mind, and it gives you a chance to reset and reframe. Because when something hard hitting happens to you,
absolutely,
it's a chance to just you've only got tunnel vision for that period of time, and then when you slowly let other thoughts back in about other shit, then you'll have realizations about that. So I like that line a lot. I think it's very good.
Yeah. I just think I know you skipped a bit of it, but with this whole song you need to listen to every bit of the lyrics. It's not just something you listen to the beat, it's the lyrics that pull you in.
Yeah.
Because you want to hear his story, you want to know more. like I used to think that nothing could be better than touring the world with my songs. He's done that now, and he's still not quite happy from the lyrics itself.
Yeah, the issue of contentment.
Well, that's what the Beatles went through. They very quickly found that lots of money and all the fame and fortune, it didn't fulfill them on the inside, which is why they went on their journey of spirituality.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know who looks really fucking fulfilled?
Jim Carrey?
Not Jim Carrey. He's gone through some shit, man.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's...
But he seems alright now, relative to a few years ago. Robert Downey Jr. was on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yes. Oh, recently, wasn't he?
2 days ago.
Yeah, I saw that and was like, I'll listen to it later.
It was amazing. Like, that is a person he's probably one of the most successful movie stars, ever. And I see a lot of other similar people to his level. Look how much he's getting for the Marvel films. 36 million a film. 36 million a film.
I wouldn't consider that success, though. You can make a lot of money off shit films. Not that they're shit, but money does not equate success.
You're saying Avengers is shit?
They were all good, except for number 2. Ultron was shit.
Okay, anyway.
He got so much money for that, though, didn't he?
He's a rare case where you can tell someone's properly content because of the things they do and the activities they partake in. Robert Downey definitely gave off that vibe, so if anyone... who hasn't watched it, because it's got 4 million views already or whatever. So
I'll listen to it.
It's really, really interesting to see what Robert Downey Jr. gets up to outside of the normal humdrum of life. But they talked about all sorts from Marvel stuff to Tropic Thunder to his martial arts.
Tropic Thunder was great. I still need to see his take on the whole Black.
Have you not seen it?
No.
Joe Rogan talked about it a lot. And
because he had Jamie Foxx on there, and like, Jamie, what do you think about... And every time I see the clip of the video, he never talks about it. I'm just like, have I got the wrong clip? I need to know Robert Downey's take on it. I really do.
Because Robert said that 80% of it, he's a bit apprehensive going into this, but he said his heart was in the right place when doing it. And 80% of his black mates said that that was really good. But there's still 20% that was like...
I loved him in that. I'm just like, why is this okay?
I think for me, that film was it's like, how to describe it? It was just showing how ridiculous Hollywood actors can be.
They can be.
And especially it just sends a lens on when you get to that sort of level in Hollywood, it seems like nothing is off limits for you to
You can break certain rules that... Yeah.
And then with how Method, the Australian guy who was portraying, went, it was just, I don't know, that was a beautiful piece of art, man. That entire film was
and in the end where he just takes off the apple and blue eyes, I'm just like, oh, fucking awesome.
It's certain actors can get away with it, like Jack Black could have done it.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think Jack Black could have done it. He's got that sort of personality to...
I think Jack Black can do a lot, but people of his stature, I don't see him doing it, but I see people like him or of his level doing it.
Who was the rapper in it that played the other black guy on the cast?
He wasn't a rapper.
Wasn't he a rapper?
No, he's an artist. Oh, he played a rapper.
That was what
Yeah, he's not a rapper. I forget his name, but he's... Fudge. He is, is he a Wayne's child? No.
No, he's not Wayne's child.
No, I'll have to look him up. He's a good actor.
I actually thought he was a rapper in real life. I don't know. Anyway, there's a.
I'm just gonna say, I don't think a real life rapper would have played a gay rapper in a film and then gone at that time.
That's actually really,
at that time it would not have gone
through. Broke so many boundaries. Fuck me. There was a bit where Robert Downey's character asked him, "So we cool?" And the guy's like, "Not really."
No.
That's such a beautiful film. Anyway, back to Ed Sheeran.
Great film.
Next verse. I'll go read the rest of this fucking thing out. Okay.
No, go back up. Wait, so what is it? I'm used to...
I'm reading that bit, yeah.
Oh, okay, so I got it.
Okay. So, this is verse number 3. I used to think that nothing could be better than touring the world with my songs. I chased the pictured perfect life. I think they painted it wrong. I think the money is the root of evil and fame is hell. Relationships and hearts you fix, they break as well. And ain't nobody wanna see you down in the dumps because you're living your dream, man. This shouldn't be fun. Please know that I'm not trying to preach like I'm Reverend Run. I beg you, don't be disappointed with the man I've become. Our conversations with my father on the A14, age 12, telling me I've gotta chase those dreams. Now I'm playing for the people, dad, and they know me, with my beat and small guitar, wearing the same old jeans. Wembley Stadium's crowd, 240,000. I may have grown up, but I hope that Damien's proud, and to the next generation, inspirations allowed. The world may be filled with hate, but keep erasing it now, somehow. I've got here,
That's all what.
Honesty. It's just so honest. I really, really like it. It's just all saying that money is the root of all evil and fame is hell. Saying that that it's not making him happy, all this stuff that he's doing. I don't know. He's saying he's not trying to preach, but he's still the same old guy. Despite he's doing Wembley shit, he's wearing the same old jeans, still playing his guitar. He's not really changed that much, but
he's achieved everything he set out to, but he's saying it still hasn't made him happy. And for at least a bit of the first part of that, it does seem a bit pessimistic and nihilistic. It's like, no matter how much I achieve, it still doesn't make me
But the end is fine. The world is much more positive. The world may be filled with hate, but keep erasing it now. So that's what he's trying to do, I guess, with his music. And that's his best verse, I think, ever. I think it's very solid.
Didn't you say that a bit earlier?
No, that this is. I said that this is the best
song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And this might be the best verse. Then I put here. This is the actual fucking most powerful thing. so yeah. This song in general is just the best.
It's a good song.
But there must be some positives here. It's not all doom and gloom being on the road, and he's got this platform, he's influential.
Yeah.
He can send out a positive message, he can be a role model.
And I think that's what he's saying with the whole, the world may be filled with hate, but I'm erasing it now. But at the same time, going through this journey and achieving all these films, if you feel alone, there's no point. And he said, certain friends and family have, just kind of, they don't support him like he would have liked or hoped.
He needs a journey of spirituality now.
I think he does that.
If he feels meditation in a meditative state when he's singing the songs, then that's what he needs to get into.
Can we go over the fact that when a celebrity tries to find spirituality, they always go to Africa, India, or China, and then just come back I have learnt the way. It's like, wait, could you not have learnt this in California? What's going on?
Is there no guy there?
There's a guy everywhere.
I think they want to get out. They want to get away from that fucking rat race.
Yeah.
They want to go to the cradle of civilization and spirituality.
Go to Alabama and I don't know what they have. Do they have woods? Do they have? They have things.
I've spent a lot of time in Alabama. I wouldn't go there for spirituality.
No. I mean, I can see my yoga teacher within less than 5 miles from this exact location, and she will give me the most spiritual talks ever. And then I'll just be like, okay, can I go? No, you need to do down dog for 10 more. But yeah, I mean, he's traveling the world, and hopefully he can find some level of peace.
100%, but powerful stuff, this entire song, so really rate this, and I think we should move on to the next song.
Sure. Next song?
Yeah, man.
Anything worth noting about, or? I'm going to say no.
No.
Right, so
it's virtually the end of the song.
Next song, Shape of You.
Yeah.
So.
This is very much a club banger and a romantic song. It's very body positive.
Have you heard the metal version of this song?
Oh.
It is amazing.
Is it because it's metal or is it better than the original?
No, I would honestly say it's better than the original.
Alright, okay, that's fine.
I'll play it for you after this.
If there's an alternative for a really good song, the alternative needs to be better. It can't just be, it's a nice twist. No, it needs to be better.
It's sick hearing this song with drop D chords, man, metal chords. It's
okay.
Good stuff.
Send me the link. I'm on that.
Hey, as soon as it finishes, I'm gonna play it for you. So, where should we start with this? Everyone knows the opening verse. I'm just gonna say it anyway. So, the club is the best place to find a lover. So the bar is where I go. Oh, he says lover.
What did you think he said?
I thought he said love. Oh, really? He says lover. I thought this was a way better song. Oh, this has fucked it. This has completely fucked it for me now.
The club isn't the best place to find a lover, so the bar is where I go.
Is this the difference between a pub and a nightclub? Just to be clear.
No. This is a club and a bar can be almost very similar.
A club will always have a bar and some place to drink, but you can just have bars on their own, sort of thing.
They also have sort of mini dance places, dance areas.
Oh,
a pub is very much still a pub.
A pub is let's order that burger and chips or peanuts while we have a pint and watch a footy.
For example, on Broad
He's not
Street,
getting a lover there.
on Broad Street, all of those places that aren't Gatecrasher or Prison, what it's called now, are bars pretty much.
Yeah, just a place to drink and you meet certain people depending on the vibe.
So that's where he's going, to a bar.
He's going to a bar. But I thought it was to find love, so he goes to a bar where he can it's a bit quieter and he can chat to a girl.
Look at the title, it's the shape of you, it's all about kind
this
of...
This is new Sheeran. He's trying to smash, alright?
He's given up on his Lego house, man.
No, he's still gonna find it. You know?
Oh man, this has changed the
She needs to be worthy of the Lego.
Right, if I ever... Because I want to learn this, the metal version of this song. If I ever do that, I'm changing that lyric to fucking love, not lover.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, Anyways, the club is the best place to find a lover, so the bar is where I go. Me and my friends at the table doing shots, drinking fast, then we talk slow. Come over and start up a conversation with just me, and trust me, I'll give it a put my hand, put the Van the Man on the jukebox, and then we start to dance. And I'm singing like Van Morrison, Irish singer, that's Van the Man. He also mentions him in Galway Girl, so like, come on now, Ed. Can't be using the same moves twice. But
Damien Rice he mentions a lot.
Yeah.
He's got his name tattooed on.
The fact that if you're a big fan, like I'm probably gonna when I start doing music, lots of
System of a Down,
lots of System
everywhere.
So yeah.
So this is funny. They do shots, drink fast, and talk slow. Probably slur. Is that going to help you to meet a girl?
Yes.
And find a lover.
Yes. It depends on the type of girl in that bar. She may be just as drunk. And if you're sober, she's not going to be appealing. It's like, she smells like shit. But if you smell like shit too.
If you're slurring together, it often leads to quite magical moments.
Yeah, right.
I won't even say magical. What?
Well, like when I'm really drunk at my New Year's party, and then I meet everyone else who's really drunk, I'm never unhappy.
Yeah, that's
I'm just always quite blissful.
If they're drunk or close to your level, then it's fine.
I don't know. I'm on a good vibe that night. So I felt blissful the entire.
You are a good drunk personality. Very handsy though.
Well, it is you. I just hug when I'm drunk, man. I'm a big hugger.
Yeah, well, it runs in the family.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
This is funny, like drinking fast and then we talk slow. Back in my drinking days, if I had a couple of pints,
2-pint Panasar over here.
Man, I would be sort of like on speed. I'd be talking loud and fast.
Like Ben Elton on speed.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Anyway, anything else that first verse? I just wanted to mention that Van Morrison thing. You've got a line there, what's that?
I used to talk faster and louder.
Okay, you've done that, okay.
No.
Next verse. So, girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Come on now, follow my lead. I may be crazy, but don't mind me. Say, boy, let's not talk too much. Grab on my waist and put that body on me. Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead.
So that's the woman taking the lead.
That's him taking the come on now, follow my lead.
Don't.
Oh, they've switched in that sense, yes. But then at the end of that, I think it's...
Put that body on me.
Oh, it might be actually. You might be right, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the woman taking... in today's world of... equality or whatever.
I don't even think it's that. If he's a terrible dancer, the girl will lead. Like when I was in Barcelona, they were teaching us what do you call it? It was salsa, tango or something. Salsa, yeah. And I dipped out for 5 minutes to take a phone call, come back, and they'll do next moves, and it's like, fuck. So the girls were leading me, they took the guys roles and just
reduced to level 1.
Yeah. So I was at level 2 and they jumped to level 7 in the 5 minutes I was gone. So they led and I'm just like, okay, this is cool. But then when they're spinning me, I'm just like, oh.
You're like, wee!
I enjoy myself. I'm just like, oh.
Alright, cool. I've said this is very similar subject matter to Sing. Like it's that sort of similar shit. So
It's party
a little bit repetitive.
This is a very party song, and again, it's not trying to give a deeper message. It's trying to give a feeling of let's have fun. You've been in a situation, relate, and I will entertain you.
It's easy to see why Ed has transcended multiple generations because anyone can follow this and get into it. And the way that, because he's so talented, the rhythm's so good and the flow is so good of each song and it's so goddamn catchy, you can see why he's had the mega success.
Oh yeah, I mean, when I used to put it on, the crowd used to go mad on the dance floor. Massive screams, and they'd be singing along.
You know, it's like compare this to like
a little dance routine.
Compare this to Ariana Grande. Like
but
look how fucking shit her lyrics were. There was nothing to it whatsoever. It was so refreshing to read this, to see a mainstream artist with like a good amount of things to look at. Because Ariana Grande, god damn.
Can we not compare them, please?
I'm just saying that another mainstream artist that we've done on the podcast.
Yeah,
that's the only thing
I wasn't there for that podcast, but I heard everything and I'm just like,
it didn't go well.
Oh, if I was there though,
you couldn't have defended shit, man.
I could have tried. Now, like you said,
push and pull like a magnet do.
Let's read the next verse. I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is falling too. I'm in love with your body. And last night you were in my room, and my bedsheets smell like you. Let's stop there actually. And now my bedsheets smell like you. So,
who smells their bedsheets?
No, I've got.
We don't visit.
I don't smell my bedsheets.
Pause. You've been married for the longest time, so you don't notice the smell. But you have different smells.
I've got a fun fact about myself. So I don't know if this is like a normal thing, so I'm just gonna let it out there. But I'm quite fond of, so you know, like when you're seeing a girl in like that you're really into, and she like comes over, you know, shit happens, or she stays over and she leaves, and then you go back to your room and you just lie down, and then you don't fucking actively go and smell, but the scent the scent of her is still lingering in a nice way.
Yes, and if it was a good night, then it's kind of like, that takes me. Well, no, if it takes me out, it was yesterday or the same day sort of thing.
But I really like that, and no one put that in a song. It sounds like that's really, again, it's very it's unique and relatable.
It's his bed sheets, yeah.
I assume so.
Yeah,
When he says my bed sheets.
yeah. So
go back to his.
That's even because.
What, if you go to hers and you can't smell?
Yeah, it's not like, can I come back and smell the sheets sort of thing, but no. He brought her back to his place. I don't know, from the Ed Sheeran we've known so far, it's like, I don't know how desperate he is for love, but she's come back to his rather than him going to hers and doing a one night thing. So,
no,
I don't know if this means more to him or not. Or
that's true.
Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but she came back to his, and he's a sap, so it's like, she's come back, let me smell her in the morning.
If I was the girl in that situation, would you not want to go back to see Ed Sheeran's place? Just out of intrigue.
It is Ed Sheeran, you're right.
So
you are right.
Yeah.
Unless he takes his bed sheets with him to the bar.
It's like, hey,
he's got this fucking.
I've got my 2,000 thread count Egyptian cotton premium bed sheet with me here. Instead of Lego, maybe he's got Lego and bed sheets.
No, I could do one better.
He has a sash. He goes in the sash.
He gets an Uber to stop at his place first. Sheeran, you are amazing, mate. Absolutely.
Hey, what I'm trying to say is, I like the aromas post girl that you're really like staying over.
It doesn't even need to be sex. If they're staying over,
yeah,
and they leave the following morning, it's like, yeah.
It's like one of my exes used to smell my t-shirts that I'd like if I'd left them there, just like, you know, as a fondness for like me, you know, having gone, but there's still a bit of me there, which I thought was quite sweet. So yeah, there's that. So
those male pheromones, eh?
Basically, what I'm trying to say is I'm not weird. That's what I'm really just trying to make
I think
out.
we've both made ourselves out to be really weird.
No. I think we're just open talking about shit because I reckon everyone has this
I am
feeling.
okay with
They've
this.
just not thought about it.
I am okay with this. We can go one step further. When you lend... No, you don't lend. When they steal one of your tops or your hoodies and they give it back and it smells of you sort of thing. Because they take it because they like your smell.
Yeah.
And now you smell like them. It's like,
Okay, moving on. After all this feet talking, I think we talked about bed sheets for like 10 minutes.
I could talk longer, but this is the internet. I don't want shit to come back on me.
The very next line after the bed sheets one is every day discovering something brand new. I'm in love with your body. That is the epitome of like the early stages of a relationship, like, or when you're seeing someone. I think it's so relatable. That again, so good lyric. I think good bar.
I'm in love with your body.
But just like every day I'm discovering something brand new. He's excited to do that, and you are when you're seeing someone that you like. On that seeing each other phase of things, I like that a lot. Is what I'm saying.
I'm literally going through like a mental list. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you are. You're intrigued by
Dimitri's going through his back catalogue.
I'm just like, okay, yeah. I was in love with that. Yeah, in love with that one too. No, okay, yeah.
Another relatable thing that I like doing. I want to skip forward to the next verse. Leave and get in a taxi, then kiss in the back seat. I've called this in my own life Uber smooching. Again,
is that allowed? Do you get sort of a lower rating from the driver if you do, or a higher rating?
It depends how
That's
far you
perfect.
go.
If you give me a high rating, I'm reporting him. He stole my other phone. No.
But again, I don't know, man. I relate to a lot of shit in this song, and
It's a really good song, and again, it's body positive. He doesn't specify what she looks like in any sense. It's just, I've had a good time with you. You come back to mine, and I love your body.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just keep it going.
That's the same thing on that verse that I've got. So I'm gonna skip to the next verse.
Yeah.
Girl, you know I want your love. Your love was handmade for somebody like me. Such a nice sentiment. I like that. Your love's handmade for me. I'm like, oh, it's good shit, man. So I'm a lovey-dovey cunt, really, and like that is some good shit right there.
You should
Nothing.
be sensitive.
Maybe I should. I think
No, that's mine.
I'll be Mr. Empathy. And then
That's mine too.
there's not really. The rest is fine. Like the rest is just repetitive stuff that we've already got.
I mean,
so
does this become anything more other than 1 week in we let the story begin? Yeah, it's not anything big.
Let's skip to the last track. I think.
Hey, look at the songwriters. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Edward
5,
Christopher
6.
Sheeran. Whoever that is. I'm guessing brother. Anyway, yeah, that's on.
That's him, Ed Sheeran, isn't it?
Yeah, Edward
Oh
Christopher.
God, I'm such a moron.
I thought
I'm such an idiot.
You're lost in the bedsheet smell.
I am, man. I'm just fantasizing
memory,
myself.
yeah.
Right, it's alright. I can have a dumb moment on the podcast. It's all good. Right, last song, Go Away Girl. So this was mega when it came out.
I'm just gonna say this right away. I heard this song for 3 seconds and I turned it off. I don't know what this song is.
Well, he met a girl in Ireland and they had a great night. That's pretty much it. And it's very short.
So you mean just like the last song, or?
I mean, look, but
He's meeting them everywhere.
It's different experience. It's different experiences.
Dude, there will be a song where he met them at your New Year's party.
Huh?
There will be a song where he's met someone at your New Year's party. I guarantee it.
One day. I want Leo DiCaprio and Ed Sheeran at my fucking New Year's party one year. That'd be amazing.
He'd get Linda.
Who? Ed
Sheeran.
probably.
And can you imagine a song about Linda? Fuck me. That would be great.
Oh my god, this extra girl. She came back to mine and she rocked my world. Anyway.
There's a pole in his room. Is that yes?
Right. The last song then. So it's very. Fuck me, I've had a weird deja vu moment where I felt like I've dreamt doing this already. I'm like,
dreamt doing you?
Doing this analysis.
Oh really?
Like crazy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Anyway,
Okay.
Van on the jukebox again. That's just Van the Man. Yeah, again.
What? Where have we?
I'm sorry. I'm there's not many notes on the song, but
We have jumped because I've not heard it. Can we just go?
You wanna go through it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. So first verse. She played the fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an English man. Kissed her on the neck, and then I took her by the hand. Said, "Baby, I just want to dance."
I mean, isn't this just the same as Shape and
Potentially,
Sing?
but it's a different interaction and a different experience.
It's a different girl.
A different girl.
It's
Oh,
less.
you mean because it's in Ireland?
Yeah,
Oh,
totally
yeah.
different.
Is it-
Oh, then that's completely different,
fine.
isn't it? Yeah.
I need to.
But
He
it's
could
not-
do one in
You know
every
what?
country,
You know
in every
what?
kind of. He could do one in the
Sheeran.
theatre, in the cinema.
I like the details he goes into because he depicts the date and how it went.
Is it dirty?
No.
Okay.
It's nice.
Because you're not reading that survey. I liked it.
That's a nice boulder.
Yeah.
It goes into details of things that I think I've not seen before and other artists do, like just this level of detail, especially mainstream. So
on a Grafton Street.
maybe other artists have done this and I'm just being like generalising here, but let's read the next bit. So I meet her on Grafton Street right outside the bar. She shared a cigarette with me whilst her brother played guitar. She asked me, what does it mean, the Gaelic ink on your arm? Said it was one of my friend's songs, do you want to drink on? She took Jamie as a chaser, Jack for the fun. She got Arthur on the table with Johnny riding a shotgun, chatted some more, one drink at the bar, then put Van on the jukebox, got up to dance.
It's again, it's
But-
Van Morrison on the
It's
jukebox
like,
again.
that's his move, man. It's
That's
fine.
a little bit.
That's how we get to go. It's like, have you heard of Van?
Van.
It's like, who?
But I'm gonna skip the chorus.
No, I don't know the chorus.
You know she played the fiddle in an Irish. Have we not? Oh no, the first verse was.
It's very similar.
You know she played the fiddle in an Irish band, but she fell in love with an English man. Kissed her on the neck, and then I took her by the hand and said, "Baby, I just want to dance with my pretty little Galway girl. You're my pretty little Galway girl."
Oh, that's how it goes. Okay, cool.
But this is a bit I like. You know she beat me at darts, then she beat me at pool, and then she kissed me like there was nobody else in the room. As last orders were called, when she stood on the stool after dancing to Kaylee, singing to trad tunes. I never heard Carrick Fergus ever sang so sweet. A cappella in the bar used her feet for a beat. Oh, I could have had that voice playing on repeat for a week, and I in this packed out room swear she was singing to me. I just like the level of detail. It's just like the stages to how it was just eventually a very good night. The next bit's a chorus, and then the last verse before the last chorus, which we're not doing the choruses. I'm going to read that out. So, and now we've outstayed our welcome and it's closing time. I was holding her hand was holding mine. Our coats both smell of smoke, whiskey and wine.
Sense of smell
we
again. Did he bring his
Hey,
bed
the bed sheets, man. Hey, smelling is a big factor to attraction, man. So kissed her on the neck. Oh, sorry, oh my god. As we fill up our lungs with the cold air of the night, I walked her home and she took me inside to finish some Doritos and a bottle of wine. I swear I'm gonna put you in a song that I write about a Galway girl and a perfect night. And that does sound like a perfect night because when you meet a girl on a night out and you just, you click, you have chemistry, you vibe, like it's a pretty great experience. And I know he's got multiple songs about this, but if you're writing them in the sort of same time that you were having these experiences, it's a really nice
Just
thing to
because
reflect
you've
on.
had an experience doesn't mean to say you need to publish a song about it.
Look, these are the ones that people relate to, and I can see why.
I think sometimes it's just an experience. It doesn't need to lead anywhere, and that's kind of what. I don't know. I think that's where he's at. Originally, he started off very romantic. It needs to go somewhere. It's very true love. I want the future for this. But as he goes on in his music, it's like, I've changed a bit, but I'm still me deep down.
Yeah.
And it's just more about the experience. The last 3 songs we've gone over, it's just like a night out, a good time. It was just for fun. And I empathise with that a bit to an extent, because you know me, very much romantic and everything, and I'm learning not to give so much into every relationship and every person, because for some people it's just an experience, and it looks like Ed has got to that point where he's found that his dreams don't necessarily mean pure happiness and contentment and everything is complete. It's just like in the
moments of happiness.
Moments. You find the happiness, you make something of it, and then you kind of move on, because nothing lasts forever, sort of thing. I don't know.
Yeah. But, as a songwriter,
Well, do you
need me rather... Okay.
Let's go into final scores.
Oh, real serious?
Yeah, we're done.
That's it.
No one has anything else to say about Go Away Go?
I mean...
Because Dad's going on. I saw him going in a rant then, so I'm like, let's just save his rant for his final score, because he's going first anyway.
So, no fun facts. No.
Oh, I have got a few fun facts.
No death or omens or anything like that.
So he names his guitars after people.
Okay, such as?
A god.
Is one named after Van?
Surprisingly not. Apparently it's people in his working crew. So it's not as as good as Van Morrison, or it's Chris, Trev, James, and James 2.
That's a bit boring.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So
who's James 2? He's be like, I'm such a fucking dickhead, I'm not James 1.
There's James and then there's James 2.
What can you say? I don't
if James
know.
1 dies, you're now number 1.
There's still 2 James 2. Don't think more.
So his Divide tour was the highest grossing tour of all time, beating U2's...
Can we guess the figure?
If you like.
Go for it.
500 million.
Did you just see my number? No.
What? 500 million?
Well, half a bill for a tour. If you're going for like the amount he fucking plays, like you must get a lot.
So what's the exact number?
735
I said 500
million.
Yeah, so I was wrong.
$1 million.
$750 million. That's crazy.
I'm sorry.
No.
So we're talking about money. I thought you were talking about people.
Oh,
How is that?
Money.
How is that possible?
That's moolah.
No one's got 700 million people came to my tour. It's like, no.
That's the highest grossing tour of all time, beating U2. That was March 2017 to August
Remember that
2019.
shitty U2 concert in...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why you dragged me to that.
It was 3D. We saw everything in 3D.
Did the Apple
so
Store start giving like free U2 albums?
Oh man, that pissed me off, man. Like,
I didn't want it.
Get the
I didn't want it.
fuck out of my Apple Music, you cretins.
When I've got it on random, I was just like, who is this?
I do hate you too, but I've got to respect the Edge because he did the theme song to the Batman cartoon.
Oh.
He's got to come to my wedding now. Shit.
Okay, another fun fact. So he's a great lover of ketchup, particularly of the Heinz variety.
Bruh, get the organic one, I'm with you.
So
babe.
he's actually got a tattoo of Heinz ketchup somewhere. I don't know where.
I think
that's mad. I would get one of those, to be fair.
And a
That's
cup of
pretty
tea. And a cup of tea.
I wouldn't get that.
So
I would get Poltegeist though. Poltegeist from Pokemon. The tea Pokemon. The ghost tea Pokemon.
No.
That's pretty funny. No. Right, go on, sorry.
It's not first gen, no one cares.
I just couldn't get it tattooed. And could you go through the pain?
Yeah.
I'm
getting one done this year, yeah.
What are you getting?
I'll tell you when you're older.
Oh, okay.
Alright, watch this space.
Watch his body.
Yeah. Shape of your watch the shape of your body.
Yeah,
Where are you getting it?
Probably torso, to be fair. And it'll probably become a whole thing.
Cool. Oh, whole torso thing.
We'll go the front and then see where we take it from there.
Front end?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll have to show the viewers.
Yeah, at one point, why not?
Okay, so according to him, the reason why he's had ketchup and a cup of tea is after a long, hard gig or on the road, there's nothing like a fry-up with a Heinz tomato ketchup and a cup of tea.
Yeah, in the video with Stormzy, his latest song with Stormzy, the London, Go Back to London, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
He's there just by JK or H, just having a fucking fry-up, and I was like, he's a real British man, that Ed Sheeran. He's not lost his way.
Okay.
He's there with a fried egg just going, you're going everywhere. Sorry, carry on.
That's alright. Go on, Dimitri, you look like you're about to
I just remembered
have an epiphany.
Aaron was saying something, and everyone else on this holiday is vegan.
Yeah.
So in the morning when we've had a mad night and I'm doing a fry up for everyone because I love to do that. Guys are fuck you.
We need
guys.
some This Is Not Bacon. We need some Linda McCartney sausages. Who does good sausages? The pea protein.
Oh, pea protein, yeah, the
protein
vampire advert.
On This Is Not Bacon. I want some, ideally gluten-free bread if you can find it. Beans are fine. Beans are vegan. Beans are great. Hash browns are vegan. They're all good.
Oh, hash browns are vegan.
Yeah.
Shit.
Haha.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm sure you'll figure it out.
I'm actually quite intrigued to see how Greece is on the vegan front.
Hey, Greece. Hummus.
I know, like,
olives.
But I hate
both those.
It's not calorific. Like I want 700 calories in each of my meals, so I want to get some good.
Hey, look, don't worry, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
I know.
Okay, so you know how Slipknot have a name for their fans? They call them the maggots. What do you think Ed Sheeran calls his fans?
The Sheermies.
The what?
Sheermies. I don't know.
Not a million miles off.
Edheads.
No.
Is it in the sheer bit?
It's in the sheer, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Imagine a cereal.
Cereal.
Yeah. No.
Cereal.
No, a brand of a cereal or a name of a cereal.
Shreddies. Cheerios.
Cheerios. But Cheerios.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Sucks.
That's good.
Cheerios.
It's not as good as maggots, is it?
It's not as good as what was the thing that Benedict Cumberbatch hated? Or didn't he asked the fans to change? His female fans. They were called the Cumber Bitches.
Yeah.
He asked them to change it.
He's more feminist than his actual fan base.
That's good. I probably would have done the same. Sorry, ladies. Could you think of something more tasteful? Benedict Cumberbatch was going to dance.
He was a Cumber Bitch.
Did I say Cumberbatch?
You almost did.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm just gonna keep on hearing that now. That's great.
Cumberbatch was going to do a bit of a dance in one of his videos,
Oh, really?
but I don't think he did. In one of the, it was a rap one.
He's
or
also a
something.
talented man. Go on, move on. Next one.
Okay, he made a Twitter account for his cat.
Fair enough.
I see him doing
Is
that.
the cat also ginger?
I don't know about that.
That'd be
It's
funny.
not.
But the cat hasn't posted for about 5 years, so people are waiting with bated breath.
Cool.
So before he called himself Ed Sheeran, he toyed with the name Redwood Sheeran.
Fuck off.
Nah, mate, come on.
What is he? Fucking
I can't even
table.
look up. Just no.
That sounds like a sanded table. Like that's really
Or
weird.
Jedward, or something.
Chris Sheeran might have been alright, actually.
Yeah.
Chris Sheeran.
Seems to work, doesn't it, Ed Sheeran? He's not a great fan of social media and stuff, so he actually stopped using his phone for a year.
Oh, nice. Fair play, Ed.
Yeah.
He's a
for a whole
maniac.
year.
But
Travel around,
I read
whatever,
that.
didn't use his phone.
I didn't need it for life. I would definitely get rid of it. Well, I've stopped using social media a lot, so and you've gone the same way as well. Like,
Yeah, just weekends, which...
Well, I've been off social, highly invested time in social media for a long time. And what did Elon Musk say, or Joe Rogan say? Like Joe Rogan said that he's came off social media, a lot of it. I think it was Elon deleted everything but Twitter, just so he had one thing to put the message out. And Joe Rogan said, "Did you get probably about 30% happier?" And Elon was something around that. So a third of it.
He actually put a percentage to it.
Yeah, well, he's Elon Musk.
Yeah,
of course.
Mm.
But I just thought it was interesting, everything but one, and his happiness increased by approximately a third, which isn't nuts. It might be 20%, but even so, a fifth or a third, it's still mad.
Measure happiness. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So carry on. Thought that was interesting.
No, that's
That it?
those are the few.
All right, go on. Final
Fun
scores then. Out of 10. If you don't know, we mark artists out of 10 at the end of each podcast, and we
Season 2.
all give our final verdicts. So, Dad, give your.
You want me to go first?
Of course. Yours first.
Okay.
It is, yeah.
So I think the A-Team was a good song, but then he went into down the rapper sort of showy route. I know you've got other views, but I thought this was well below
It's more
his
here's my
potential
talent, not
and
here's
talent.
my bitches, or here's my
dick.
things.
It's amazing. I am edgy.
But it is look how good I am compared with the rest of you, and I'm sure there's loads of other artists that do their own lyrics as well. So why does he have to necessarily sort of put that stamp on there?
Yeah, we don't know what he's seen.
So and then there were a lot of repetitive theme songs like. And fairly sort of superficial boy meets girl in a bar, drunk kind of thing, back to their place, sex, So sing.
Sexual hater. Sexual lyrics.
Bed sheets, yeah.
Sing, was it erase? There's about 3. Shape of You, Sing. There's another one as well, I think. All relationship sort of based. And then there's a lot of contradiction about stardom and the having the fame, chasing after it, but then not wanting it or not making the most of it. Because I think once you get a platform, you can be very positive about it and you can send a very positive message out, like Joaquin Phoenix. I think he's brilliant. Sends a very positive message out.
What, vegan?
Well, it's saving the world.
Yeah, I guess.
And I really respect Joaquin. I think he's great.
It's Joaquin,
using his platform.
not Joaquin.
Joaquin.
Yeah.
Is it Joaquin?
Is it Joaquin Phoenix?
Joaquin.
Is it him?
Damn it, now I'm messing up. Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin with an N at the end.
Joaquin. M.
His name is weird because when you say
It's M.
Joaquin,
It's
I'm
M?
just...
No, M.
Is it M?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's M.
We're googling this
It's
up.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah,
Keen.
it's definitely an N. It's like you with your with sexual.
Sexual. After seeing Stewie on
Yeah.
Family Guy, I just can't say sexual. It has to be sexual.
Sexual. Why people make it
Mum must
weird?
love that.
So yeah, I just found some of the rappy stuff unnecessary, some of the introspective stuff a little bit downbeat where it could have been upbeat. The repetitive songs about going out and getting drunk, about three or so of those, and there's the odd sort of line here and there, but I thought again, like with a lot of people I see on these, I like seeing diversity. I thought it was a great start with the 18, but then it kind of fell away a little bit really with the other songs. Yeah, and like with a lot of the other artists I think we've done, there's so much potential there, and why not do something more clever and diversify your subject range?
I get that.
So that's always a big thing for me, variety of topics and, not bringing this ego, I'm better than you. Because even if you are better than someone, you don't have to say it, just be humble and focus on doing your own thing rather than having to beat other people down because they do it differently and have writers. So, given all that, what am I going to give him? It's a 3 or a 4.
Whoa.
Damn, son. That's some harsh marking.
Well, I gave Kendrick 5, and I thought Kendrick's were better.
You gave Kendrick...
I think, yeah.
My brain.
Gave Kendrick a 5. Lincoln I gave 6.
Can't believe you have Lincoln a 6.
That's some heavy stuff. So.
Well, that's good for me.
Okay.
Yeah. And Slipknot, I think, were 6 as well.
Yeah.
So, I think because the 18 kind of swung it as a little bit better, I'd probably have to say a 4 for me.
Okay, Dimitri.
Not to be rude and pulling out my phone, but I just had to check something with his age and just do a timeline in my head. So he's 28 right now.
Oh, okay, so he's
married
years
and whatnot,
old.
so he's like a year.
2 years older than me.
Yeah. I loved his first album. Like, I couldn't get enough of it. I played it on a regular, just everything. Every song from that album I loved, whether it was the A-Team, whether it was Small Bump, Lego House. A lot of his songs were they were deep, they were meaningful, they were evocative of a lot of things, and they were thought-provoking. But just going over the lyrics as we did, it's just like he was either very desperate or very naive, but going back, that was like over 8 years ago. So he was 2019, he was in that age where he was just kind of like, at least for a lot of people, you were coming to terms with who you are and what you're about. And with him, he was in the music industry, he was around so many different people, he was living his dream and just putting himself up. A lot of his songs are based on like relationships and love. So early on, he's very naive, fair enough. And I think because I was around that same age as well, I could relate to his lyrics a bit more and the message in his song. That's probably why I liked it. Going forward, the latter albums, like again with the second one, I had to debate whether or not to actually get it. Like, I love Ed Sheeran. I have no reason to not get the album. It's just like, I don't know, the songs I heard weren't exactly
Doing it
the
for
same.
you.
Yeah. And just going over the rest of the lyrics, it's like, yes, he's not as naive. He has changed a bit. And just the last 4 songs we did, it was very much like Sat was saying, going back to a bit of an ego, but that's not a bad thing. Again, in the music industry, especially the rap in which he delves into, it is competitive. It's not so much narcissistic, but it's, I've fought to get here. Again, he was busking on the streets. He's not going to let someone speak ill of him or his work. He's going to stand firmly in who he is. So I get the pride and whatnot, but a lot of it was just partying, having a good time. So his music was less about depth and substance and more about the party experience that everyone can relate to, rather than the stuff people don't like to talk about that really brings you in. Like, again, we were talking about Eraser. That was an amazing song. And although not everyone can relate to the celebrity lifestyle, he still talked about aspects of life that
we can all relate to.
Yeah, we can all relate to. Going back to the first album, actually, I loved it, but a lot of the songs had the same melody and same riff, and it started to sound the same. And in these last songs, again, it's just a similar theme. Ed has talent, and like we were saying very early on, he has potential. He's been in the industry now for over 8 years, and everyone can say, yeah, Ed can do this, Ed can do that, but it's trying to think what has been his standout in the last few years that has made me said, Ed is at the top of his game. He's shown that he's had potential. Has he lived up to it? I can't say he has, for me at least. I know he can do more, but I've not seen him do more. He's got potential for a 9, 10. He's been keeping it a solid. He's bouncing between a 7, a 6, and maybe the odd 8.
It's like your point, isn't it, where he's not using his platform as he could in terms of just varying the subject matter, or like just having a bit more of a message than like, here's this one night when I fuck this chick.
I find it entertaining, but it's kind of like I don't expect him to be deep all the time. But just give me something that's surprising. Just surprise me with something. You could do a party song, but do it from the fucking perspective of the bartender who's watching everyone else have fun. Or from the cleaner at the end, like, just cleaning this dance floor, it looked like it was a mad time and this and that. But I was at home doing this, thinking about going to something like that. Because that's something you would expect from Ed Sheeran, you know? Just flipping the script. But he's been chilling with the A-listers and stuff, and he's been writing for people. Has he been giving out his best work to other people to sing?
Potentially, yeah.
I don't know. But Ed, I'm going to give you like a 6.5, mate. Like, when I meet you in person, you can gladly punch me in the face. I'm serious, you can gladly punch me in the face for saying any less, because I know you got this, but just please do it for us. You know?
Cool, that's a good score. Very articulate, Dimitri.
Yeah, and it was very interesting, you know, when you said as a young guy he's going through, you know, he's naive and experiences and whatever, but you look at other artists like Kate Bush. She wrote Wuthering Heights at 17 and wrote some fantastic songs all around that age, you know. So
did you say Kate Bush?
Yeah.
Very
you don't know who Kate Bush is?
No?
Wuthering Heights, the book.
Well, based on the book.
Oh wait. Which Wuthering Heights is this? Because Wuthering Heights was written by Emily Bronte. Yeah. So who? Kate Bush. Who? What? What?
I'll show you some Kate Bush.
Oh, she didn't write the book. She wrote a song.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because I know a lot about the Bronte sisters. We don't change history.
I was wondering why it looked like so puzzled.
Kate Bush.
Who the fuck is?
It's a massive number one in '78, and she's only 17 when.
Kate Bush is badass.
Oh, okay.
So I'm saying young people can come up with some brilliant stuff, and Kate Bush had about 200 songs already written by the time she was 17.
That's pretty sweet.
So I know, you know, you're young and you want to party, whatever, but I still think even at that age, if you've got that talent there, you can express that in, you know, with more colour. Yeah, as he said, and frame it on the wall, you know.
Yeah. Also, can
build the house up.
Can you explain that, please?
Alright, so do mine?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
So, originally, before doing this podcast, because you know how you asked me, did my scores change? Fuck me, they do. Like, as we record this, yeah, I was thinking 8 or 9 beforehand.
Maybe paper down.
Sorry.
So we can see you.
I was thinking 8 or 9 before. So my notes I've got here is basically, I didn't mention this, the first point I've got here in the podcast at all, but this is grime, effectively, without the gunman talk and with a guitar. So it's two things that I really, really like. So all of that bullshit I hate in grime is just sucked out. And the rock lover in me has got something with Ed doing his thing.
Can we just emphasise the stereotypical image of a grime artist? Just remove the gunman talk, the guitar, and you've got a ginger dude killing it. It's like, this is what we need. It's great.
Yeah, maybe. That'd be such a funny sketch. We should totally do that.
Do it.
Wouldn't it
Just
just?
do it.
Oh, we're so doing that.
Kind of like AJ Tracy morphs into Ed Sheeran.
Nah, I knew someone else. That's not AJ.
Oh, AJ, hold this guitar real quick.
Yeah. It's like the Pick of Destiny, but in a guitar. It like becomes. Anyway, that's a whole sketch waiting to happen. But I didn't mention. I should have probably mentioned it on the podcast.
Yeah.
But I was leaving it as a big conclusionary, drop the mic kind of point. But
Yeah.
it is. That's a big factor in my scoring. To be fair.
Yeah.
What, positive or negative?
Very positive. Like this is because obviously Ed's.
It's great. None of the songs are bad. None of them.
Ed's embryonic stage of things was in grime. His up and comingness was in the grime scene, and in my head, anyway, I know Wiley probably doesn't fucking agree with me because Wiley hates Ed Sheeran's music, but like,
Yeah, Wiley's.
at its core, this is still grime music, and I really like that. But it's grime in what I would like to do grime if I ever did that. Just experiences that I've had. I know you think it's like repetitive with the.
When you say grime, are we talking about the message and sub themes, or are we talking like in terms of the instruments?
Flow.
Okay.
The flow and the beats.
Okay.
It's very up tempo, and Ed Sheeran can spit, man.
He can,
and he does so in his songs. And
that's a good point. If a lot of his songs didn't come from a cappella, or like,
if it wasn't a white ginger dude doing this, and it was him, like it's not him doing these, like the way he's singing, like he's sort of it's gone under the radar.
George the Poet, it's like
I've never heard of him.
grime artist.
Never heard of him. Anyway,
the Ed Sheeran him impression. George knows everyone. Fuck.
Anyway, so the point is he sort of snuck grime into the mainstream in a awesome way, and I think that I've got to rate him for. And lyrically speaking, I think his lyrics are honest, informative, relatable, and very easily understandable, which is why I think he's transcended all like 3 generations pretty much in the space of what, 8 years?
We say transcended. Do you want to elaborate that?
So he is popular amongst massively different age demographics, which we haven't seen in a very long time. It's like your grandma could like Ed Sheeran, all the way to your son or daughter.
My son or daughter,
yeah. I don't think you can stretch it to the kind of.
I know people's grandparents that like Ed Sheeran. Like if you hear Ed Sheeran on the radio,
He did that song about drugs, yes. I liked how it sounded.
Who's grandma?
I can't imagine it. You know, like an Iron Maiden concert where you've got 3 generations easily.
I don't know, man. I think you probably could. Like, you could go with your parents to this for sure, and like I could take my future son or daughter to see Ed Sheeran. I reckon it'd be that level because he's.
I wouldn't be there.
Who said I'm taking you? Dork.
No, the 3 generations you're talking about.
But I think you can take. I know people's parents who aren't you.
I think he's talking about he would live long enough. What?
No. I'm saying if he took his kid.
Oh, then you wouldn't.
Would he want?
You would not be the generation. Oh.
And I said I wouldn't be the older generation.
Yeah, but you don't account for the rest of the population.
When we talk generation, so your dad, you, and your grandparents.
I think, to be fair, it could even go to grandparents. I really think that.
I would say it appeals to a more general population, but when we say transcend, like if we talk about movies or certain pieces of art, they transcend generations. In fact, it can go beyond decades. It can go to centuries. I don't think this will go centuries.
I think this has the.
It's certainly not Beatles stuff or Stones.
I think you're wrong. I think out of all the mainstream artists at the moment, this has the best chance to transcend like other artists have done. Like Aretha Franklin has done, like the ones we've covered before. I reckon.
Yeah, her you say transcending with her. Michael Jackson's transcends.
I reckon this has the highest chance to do that because it's got similar themes to what those artists did in a lot of senses.
You know, in 40 years' time, is somebody going to be referring to Ed Sheeran like he refers to Van Morrison?
Tupac transcends.
I
don't think he's got that influence that those guys did, like Springsteen.
I see that.
Stones,
I see where you're coming from. Yeah.
Beatles.
I think, especially because not just the lyrics, but like the catchiness of each of the songs, like Shape of You and stuff like that. Bloody hell, man! Galway Girl, you're gonna be hearing that.
I know. To be quite honest, the kids, they were mad for Shape of You for about 3 months or so, 3 to 6. I haven't played it in
that's kids.
You know what? Man. I've kind of figured it out. It won't transcend, and not because the lyrics aren't good. It's the beat. and the melody. It's not something that's gonna last.
I don't know.
It's not, because it's
Yeah.
very much grounded in the decades. It came in the noughties and the tens. It's not gonna be something we'll hear towards the end of the 20s.
It depends how he evolves as an artist.
It's not.
But even I think the existing music will. I think you're wrong.
No,
Because
no.
this is like a xylophone, you know, dun 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 dun, and that's it. You know, the Beatles had orchestras and all sorts of stuff in
certain
there.
music will not go beyond its specific decade because it's so grounded in the decade. It's not relatable to anyone outside of it.
I disagree. I get where you're coming from, but I do disagree. I think
the A-Team can, because
Yeah.
it's.
I'm not saying all songs will,
Yeah.
but a lot of them I think have
Yeah.
the chance to do so. So
Sing won't. Sing
you
won't.
gotta see.
It imitated Justin Timberlake to an extent. That's why it reminded me of him. But it was like Justin had just left fucking NSYNC and he's doing his own thing after the whole R&B sort of thing. So it's like, all right, this is a specific flavor. I like it, but I'm over it now.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Anyway,
Yeah.
next point. The metaphor is very unique. The punchlines are very hard hitting, and like I said earlier, he's one of the few mainstream artists that I really like, and I can relate to a lot of his lyrics, and that is very, very difficult for me to do when it comes to like looking at that UK top 40 chart. So I like a lot of his lyrics, and Dad thinks they're quite repetitive, but I think the different one nights that he has, or experiences he has with females, they are different in each way, and I quite enjoy that.
Oh, by the way, he's
So-
married now, so hi, Mrs. Sheeran.
Is he married?
Yeah.
To whom?
Okay, she's Mrs. Sheeran now.
Okay.
Sorry, that's rude.
Yeah.
Your name doesn't matter.
I think like his bars are amazing, and like he is essentially a grime artist. His lyrical flow is amazing. He's just good. Like I don't know what to. I'm making the same point again, but like
You're a
it's just-
grime man, though, aren't you?
I think
Alan?
I am a grime man to my core. So to see this,
And I'm a heavy metal guy.
but to see this like combined in a way that I don't find abrasive. Like with grime, I'm listening to a song. I'm like, good bar. Gunman talk inserted. Fuck's sake, I'm zoned out now. I never zone out with Ed's lyrics or Ed's songs. It's always a very positive experience for me. So on that basis, I'm gonna give him.
Yeah,
I was
Linkin
going to
Park
get 9.
Transcends. I'm just going through transcendental songs in my head. Cool.
It's either a 7 or an 8.
Okay.
But you guys have scored very lowly, and
I
has
gave it a
impacted.
6.5.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
be your own
So
man,
not too far
Ammo.
from
You know, if you
No,
think
but you
it's
are right.
deserving
The
of
one
it.
thing that I think is, because I was thinking originally fucking 9 or 8 or 9.
Whoa.
But then you are right. The subject matter that we've covered in these songs it's a bit repetitive. I'd like to see something a bit different.
Because how many songs have we done? 8?
9.
9. So at least 3 have been about
Females.
one night stands or whatever in pubs and
4.
stuff.
4 of
Or
those.
4, maybe? 4?
yeah.
A couple been
So like
about.
half of them. At least 2 have been sort of about comparing himself with others and that
Yeah.
introspective
So I
thing.
mean,
So that's 4, 5, 6.
and then we had one about fame, which was erasure, and then the 2 of Lego House and the 18, which were about love to a
Drug.
deeper extent.
Yeah, the A-Team's
Oh yeah,
The Life
18
on the
was drugs.
Streets.
Yeah.
But I like the depth, like some of the songs like 18, like stuff
18,
go to.
yeah.
It goes to what the fuck am I doing? Yeah, 18 onwards. Like 18, like the depth and the hard hittingness of that when I finally looked into it from like a lyrical analysis perspective
Yeah.
was nuts to me. So I think he goes into it, despite this being a similar subject matter a lot of the time, there's still the same amount of depth in the lyrics, and there's been so much to talk about throughout with this analysis. It's been good. There's been a good amount of content to go through, and even the ones we don't look at, the verses we haven't looked at and we skipped over, there's still some
There's
good shit
still
in there.
something.
So on that basis, I think I'm gonna go.
7.5.
I think 7.5. Yeah,
That's
I think
fine.
7.5 is what I'm gonna go with.
One critique about us as reviewers, it's the songs we choose, because I know the songs we chose, a few of them have been quite filled with depth and the others less so. But I know especially in his first album, there were songs rife with just so much material to go through. One in particular is Small Bump, and I love that song, but it's so emotive and it just gets too deep into it, and I'm just like, yeah, Ed Sheeran can do it. We know he can. So saying he gets a 7.5, I agree with that. He's worthy of a 7.5.
Yeah.
He's worthy of higher. But
At the moment,
yeah,
7.5.
I'm.
So it must be a bit disappointing for you, Dimitri, having loved the first album and then see the other following ones sort of go below par rather
It's
than.
why I've not kept up with him. Yeah, and again, I love the first album so much, and I play the songs all the time. But from song 1 to 5, they sound the same. There is so much similarity. So it's like it's a different message, different theme, but the same tempo,
Yeah.
the same flow. Ed, are you still there? Oh no, you're still going. Okay, song 8. Oh, when did that happen?
One criticism I do have of Ed Sheeran though is that when I hear various songs of his, they do sound the fucking same a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like it's taking me this to discern.
He doesn't sound like this. He doesn't sound like any other artist in his first album. It's a lot of songs where it's just like, have they influenced him, or is he trying to be more like the mainstream? You need me.
But now he just sounds like
him.
himself.
Yeah.
Like all the time. But I get that. Anyway, should we end it there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, until next time, listeners, look beyond the surface.